Hey, hi, good morning, Bhupinder. Hope you can hear me. Shilpa, let me know. So, Bhupinder, you can. Shilpa, just let me know if you can hear as well. All right, thanks, Bhupinder, for letting me know. Probably Shilpa is not in front of her PC or maybe something. All right, guys, it's already 10 o'clock, so let's get started by doing a recap of what we have covered in the previous session. You just want to go ahead and type out what you remember, the topics which we have covered in the previous session. Or okay, probably I believe you must be typing in the chat window. I'm just gonna wait. Absolutely, Bhavinder, that's right. So we did cover off-page optimization, and within off-page optimization, we spoke about articles, getting backlinks through article submissions, through social bookmarking, through Google Maps, through directory submissions and business listings, through social networking, and through blogs and several other places. Right? Hope you guys remember that. So it's I believe it's only Bhupender who's listening. Okay, we have Lavina also joining in. And followed by that, we started with some of the tools, if you remember. So we had almost covered all of the tools, just a couple of them are still remaining to be actually covered. Do you remember the tools which were being covered across? So we did cover Web CEO, Screaming Frog, right? Absolutely. That's what we did. Now the next thing I'm not really sure whether I should wait for others. Absolutely, we did Screaming Frog too. And did we cover Copyscape and DMCA? I think we did, right? How to actually okay, we didn't check, we didn't do. So okay, the next tool which I'm going to let you know. So I'm actually starting with the session. It's already 10:02. What I feel that I did cover Copyscape. Well, okay, no problem. I'll just talk about that. So Copyscape is another tool which is used to get to know whether the content present on your website is being copied across by someone else or not. Let's say if I take Digital Vidya as one of the website for which I want to go ahead and check whether the content present on the website is duplicate or not, I can simply go ahead and type in the website URL within copyscape.com. So I'm just going to give you the URL. Okay, so the good news is that this tool has let us know that there is no content which is duplicate on our website. So no results found for uh, digitalvidya.com, right? Similarly, you can actually go ahead and type in the name of the website for which you want to check whether the duplicate content is there or not, right? That's one of the great tools, guys. One of the renowned and the most popular tool when it comes down to getting to know whether the content present on a website is copied or not. Let's say if in case the content is copied across, guys, someone else has taken stolen content from your website and published that across on their website. The best thing, the right approach in that kind of scenario is to actually go ahead and approach that website by going onto their contact us page and letting them know, sending them an email through their contact us page or through phone numbers, letting them know that they have got content on their website which they have copied from our website. You go ahead and request them and let them know that this is something which is not an ethical practice or a fair practice, and request them to take it down. If they do, it's good. Otherwise, you can take a legal action, guys, against them, and that's called Digital Millennium Copyright Act. So under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, Google actually takes applications of all those websites which have copied content from them, right? So that's called dmca.com website. It's just opening up, guys. Not really sure why the website is taking a lot of time. It's called DMCA, which is Digital Millennium Copyright Act. So I can see, all right, oh my goodness, so this is stopped working, page unresponsive. I'm just going to wait for another more minutes. All right, so let it open and then I'm going to show you in a while. The other thing, guys, which we had to really cover across were two major Google commands, guys. and these two commands are all in title colon and a particular keyword if you type in. Now, before I tell you these two commands, which is, all right, here you go. So these two commands, so you can ignore the all-in anchor one, all right? So the all-in anchor command is something which doesn't really work now. So all those who have just joined in, guys, you haven't really missed much. We started at 10:02. Before that, we were doing a recap, all right? So you can either refer to the recording and I can just let you know we did cover one new tool that was Copyscape, copyscape.com. And after that, I'm just trying to address uh, two major commands, guys. What exactly these commands are. So number one is all in title, and the number two command is all in URL. Okay. All in anchor, you can just ignore that. It doesn't really work. Now, I have a question before I make you understand these commands, guys. The question is, when we were doing on-page optimization, guys, all right. So when we were doing on-page optimization, the focus keyword which we used to select for a specific keyword, that focus keyword did we use to make it a part of that web page title tag, the web page meta description, and the web page URL. I repeat the question. When we were doing on page optimization for a particular web page, which I did practically in front of you, the focus keyword which was being selected for that respective web page, was that focus keyword being made part of the content which we write for the title tag of that page? Was that same focus keyword being made part of the URL and meta description? So Bhupender says yes. Can I get to know from others also? The answer is yes, says Komal. All right. So I've got a couple of people replying in, and Aarti also replies in yes. All right. Thanks, Yali. So I want more participation, guys. That really lets me know that everybody is listening to me. Thanks, Lavina. Now I have another question following for a question followed up to what I just asked you. The other question is, if we are doing it in this way, this is the right technique, this is the ethical practice of doing SEO. Will my competitor, if they are also working on SEO in the ethical way, in the right fashion, then will my competitor who will have same keyword as a focus keyword, will they also add that same focus keyword as a part of their title tag and the part of the URL for the respective web page? Well, the answer is okay. And Bhupendra says no. Well, the answer is yes. Even our competitor will also follow the same tactic. All right. Why is that? Because I mean, there is no other way out. People actually go ahead and use that. Okay. Now, since our competitors will also use the same keyword, I mean, if they're using the same keyword as a focus keyword, they'll also just follow the same approach. Our competitor will also follow the same approach of putting in the focus keyword in the title tag and also in the URL and also in the meta description. Now, the reason why I asked you these two questions is to make you understand these two commands which I was telling you. These two commands, all in title and all in anchor, are used in order to get to know our closest competitor. So over here, closest competitor for a particular web page. So what I do, what I'm doing right now, I'm taking an example over here. The example is that, let's say one of the, how can we be different in a competition? I'll just answer that. So that's a great question. And that's through great content and through great off-page optimization only, Sally. The on-page optimization techniques cannot be really different. On-page optimization are always going to be very much similar. All right. So only way to actually really separate yourself, differentiate yourself is through number of backlinks and the content which can really separate you. Now, explaining you the all-in title command, guys. Let's say one of the web page of my website, Digital Vidya website, all right, has a focus keyword called SEO training, search engine optimization training. All right. So one of the web page of digitalvidya.com has a focus keyword SEO training. Now, in case I want to know who are all those other websites, who are all those other competitors, rather, I would say, who are using same focus keyword in their title tag or using the same focus keyword. For that, I have a particular command called all in title, no space and then colon and then the keyword. All right, the focus keyword. So if I am Digital Vidya, I am optimizing my website, and one of the web page of my website has the focus keyword as SEO training. Now I want to know which all other websites are also using SEO training as a focus keyword or as a part of their title tag. Okay, so when I enter this command, the search results, guys, which I'm gonna get, major search commands, which you can see, the number one search result, the title tag of the number one search result does have SEO training in its title tag. The title tag of, so this is my own website only. So the third one also does have SEO training as a part of the title tag. The fourth one, all the search results, guys, over here are going to be of those web pages specifically which are using SEO training as one of the keyword in their title tag, guys. That's the only reason which we actually go ahead and use. Okay, so this is a bit truncated. The other side of that would be where SEO training is used. Similarly, you have SEO training over here, you have over here. Similarly, in all the web search results over here, you can see SEO training in the title tag, in this one, in the second one, in the third one, in the fourth one, in the fifth one, right? So forth and so on. That's the only way, I mean, that's the only purpose of using this command, guys, by getting to know our closest competitor to one of our specific web page. Now we can just slowly, we can just simply go ahead and open these web pages and get to know, more about our competitors, about our closest competitor. We can get some more ideas in terms of their navigation, in terms of the kind of content they're using, and all that stuff. So that's the only purpose of using this command. Similarly, we have another command called all in URL. Now, if I want to know all those competitors who are using SEO training as a part of their URL, then I'll type in all in URL colon SEO training, and you can see over here SEO training in the URL, SEO training in the URL, SEO training is used in the URL, SEO training is used in the URL, all the search results which you can see over here. So these are all websites, guys, which are using SEO training as a part of their URL. Hope it makes sense. Do let me know if there's some more, any other more clarification, guys, which is needed. So that's the only purpose of using these two commands. All right. Another tool, guys, which was left is called archive.org. So I'm moving ahead to the other tool, guys. Do let me know in case you have any further question. Now this is an archive tool, or it's also called a Wayback Machine, guys. This has got lesser to do with search engine optimization, but more to do with the design aspect, guys. So let's say if I am if I am Snapdeal today, okay, and I want to know how often my competitor, which is Flipkart, has changed its website over the last 2 years, 3 years, or maybe from the beginning, from the day Flipkart actually, started running across. I want to check how Flipkart used to look like 3 years back, 4 years back, 5 years back, and Flipkart is my competitor. I can check that. And if I'm Snapdeal, not just Flipkart, I want to check for my website also, which is snapdeal.com. I can check that too. So it's all about like going into the past. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just I have you share the URL, guys, of this particular tool, which is archive.org, and pretty easy tool. You don't have to really do a lot of stuff. A lot of effort doesn't really need to be put in across. You just have to enter the URL and then need to click on. Just really need to wait for this. Okay. So I pressed in enter, and it's gonna. You can see it says search the history. All right. So what is this tool actually giving us, guys? Is that the screen grabs, I mean, these are all screen grabs or screenshots, you can say, of this website have been taken across, and they started collecting this tool, the web archive, guys. The archive tool started collecting from the year 2007 onwards. So let's say if I want to check how the website used to look like in the year 2008, I click on 2008, and these blue spots actually tell on what particular date. These are the dates. These are the days when screen grabs have been taken across. Let's say if I want to see on 23rd of January 2008, at this time this one snapshot was being taken. So I go ahead and click onto this time, and then I'll get a screen grab, guys, a screenshot, a snapshot of how Flipkart used to really look like. So this is how Flipkart guys used to look like in the year 2007. All right. So on 8th of okay, I'm sorry, I forgot. For January 23rd, 2008. Right. That was the logo of Flipkart. This was the homepage. I mean, they had few products. I mean, they were not really looking perfect. So you can simply go ahead and check it for whatever date we want to go ahead and do that. All right, so that's with this tool. Any questions, guys? Not much of a rocket science again. All right, so that's what I have just checked on. All right, great. Thanks, Sidesh. Thanks, Bhupender, for answering. Moving forward, guys, there was another tool. Now, you might probably feel again this is a duplication of what we have covered so far, a replication of of whatever we have covered so far. Another tool, guys, is SEO Profiler, which is very similar to what we have covered with Web CEO. All right. So Aarti say, is it keyword not important by Google? It is. Absolutely, it is. Why not, Aarti? Hey, hi Ankita. No problem. So you have missed quite a bit, Ankita. No problem. You can check later stage. So you can check the recording. So is it keyword not important by Google? It is important by Google. What makes you say that? I read that after 2009, it's not very useful. No, where exactly it's not very useful? Just let me know. Where exactly you read that? Probably you might have read about a meta description to add onto the website. No, it is said that before 2009, a lot of spamming, a lot of insertion of the keywords used to be there. Keyword stuffing used to be there, and after 2009, when Google Penguin and Panda update came in, then the adding of the keywords is something which is not prescribed, right? It has to be in a very natural way. But 1% keyword density is still recommended, having one word out of every 100 word as your keyword. For every 100 words, if you'll have one word as a keyword, then definitely it makes sense. But earlier on, people were actually using a lot of stuffing across. All right. So they used to, write in 4 to 5 times same keyword within 100 words. That's probably you might have read. I'm just assuming. I'm not really sure in depth what exactly you read. So on the basis of what you have just typed across Aarti in the chat window, I'm replying to that. All right. So Ankita, we are speaking about the tools. There were a few tools which were being left across, and we have just covered, 3, 4 more tools. All right, so guys, the last tool which I wanted to show you is SEO Profiler. So, like I said, just like Web CEO. So, Arti, in case my answer is not in line with what you have read, probably you can let me know what exactly. Maybe you can give me the URL of what you had read. Then I can surely go ahead and clarify furthermore if the clarification hasn't been really to exactly to what you have read across. All right. Okay, now SEOprofiler.com, guys, is another tool. Now, my favorite is Web CEO since it does everything for me. Even this tool, guys, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this tool. Also, this tool actually also does the similar things like doing keyword analysis, checking for website audit, doing checking ranking, right, which Web CEO also does, checking for link. But one of the things, guys, which this tool uh, has got different than to the other tools, guys, is the option of AdWords Profiler. So instead of making you go ahead and showing you everything, I'm making you show something which is really different in this tool. And what you can see over here for this particular option feature over here on the left hand side of SEO Profiler. So you guys can go ahead and subscribe to SEO Profiler. I believe it's for $1 for 1 month, the very first month, and but after that it's $50 or $75, something of that sort. But the very first month you can just try it out and test it out for 65 70 rupees, right, which is $1. Now this particular tool, guys, AdWords Profiler, is this particular functionality within this tool is a great functionality in terms of getting to know a great data about my competitor, guys. Now what, let's say if I'm Microsoft, I can type in the URL of my competitor, which is ibm.com, and I can get to know where exactly my competitor, where exactly my competitor is actually, promoting things across on what all number of keywords. So 841 AdWords, within the AdWords profile of IBM, 841 keywords have been used across. There are 718 ads, these many visitors per month. So a data which probably nobody would give you about your competitor in terms of where exactly, which all, how much money IBM has done that, has spent across, on which all countries they are spending, running across their ad, and which keyword is giving them the most paid visitors. So IBM is one of the keyword which is giving them the most paid visitor, guys. API, network solution, and all the other ones. Similarly, you get more details in terms of the keywords that accounts for the maximum number of money being spent across. For a keyword like TAAS is coming out to the most uh, a keyword which where the maximum money is being spent across. Similarly, you can get more details about your competitors' AdWords stuff, guys. Now, this is not related to SEO, I know, but this is part of the SEO tool. Right now, this tool actually gives you SEO functionalities, SEO stuff also, which is the link and the uh, you know checking for links and checking for the other aspect, which is the ranking and all. Plus, it also gives you an option of checking various stuff within the AdWords stuff also. So that the ad which is performing the best for IBM is this, and the ad that costs the most is this. In which all countries, so you can actually, get a lot of sense about uh, what exactly is working for competition, and you can probably get learnings from there and replicate some things, and then apply in for your particular campaign as well. So these are the websites which it's being stated which are competing with IBM for most of the keywords which they have used across. So it's cloud.google, Full Sail, Oracle, Dell, google.com, and all that stuff. All right. So that's the India version and that's the US version. These are all competitors to IBM. All right. So IBM. All right, so that's with tools, guys. Now, the topic which we would be covering today is digital asset optimization. So, we are done with the tools. Any further doubts or clarifications, guys, do let me know so that I can. I think someone in this group did ask me questions related to uh, RSS feeds and HTML markup and all that. So, guys, there were few things in the very first session which I'm gonna remove that across. So, RSS feed and all those aspects are uh, not actually used now. They are obsolete. I'm not really sure who actually emailed me. I'm not able to recall the name. So, absolutely right. So, these are all URL parameters and all. Absolutely, these are okay. So, they should that. So, session IDs, uh, that's something they all are being, these all concept, guys, have become obsolete. So that's the reason why they have not, they are going to be removed across. I'm going to get that removed soon. Whatever we have covered with respect to the website audit, with respect to the on page, that's what you have to actually go ahead and cover that up within your assignment, guys. So you can go ahead and run across all those 8 9 things which we did: the link colon command, the site colon command, the cache colon command, checking for the website domain age, checking for the what do you say 404 custom 404 page presence, and checking for search engine friendliness of the URL, and checking for canonicalization, checking for the robots.txt presence or not, whether it's present or not, checking for the sitemap.xml and all that, right? So that's what I would say that needs to be covered across, and rest of the other things you can ignore that, and you can go ahead with your you know assignment in that way. And also with respect to the on-page assignment, guys, the on-page assignment is all about selecting in a website and then finding out keywords, doing a keyword mapping, and so keyword mapping I have shown you, followed by creating title tags and meta tag descriptions for at least 10 web pages, right? At least for 10 web pages, go ahead and do that. All right. So let me know in case that does answer your question, or if you have furthermore. So error page content and markup, error page link, absolutely. See, error page. how to answer this. So error page is the 404 page. All right. So the content which is present across in the 404, that's what you have to actually take and make, submit that across. That what content is there within the 404. That's the only thing. And you probably have to, with the link, the 404 URL which comes across onto the top, that's what you have to go ahead and share that. Only the link of the 404, the ultimate URL which you get in the 404, and the content within the 404 page, that's it. That's what you have to go ahead and share. So probably you can go ahead and take a screen grab. One of my website which I'm auditing, there is no, okay, so the 404 needs to be added across. Okay, so if that, so take a screen grab and then share that across. How to create sitemap. So we have taken, we've covered that part. So xmlsitemaps.com, Bhupinder, that is one. And so this is the tool which we have covered with respect to creation of the sitemaps, right? So just go ahead and use that. So we have covered this. In case you missed it by somehow, you can refer to the recording. We did use this tool. All right, guys. So that's with, I'm just gonna close the extra tabs. All right, this was DMCA, guys, which was not opening at that point of time. DMCA, Digital Millennium Copyright Act, that's what it's being said. In case you have someone who has copied content from your website, you can simply go ahead and take it off from the web. So you can actually go ahead and submit a takedown request, and there is a way, that is DMCA takedowns, and it does charge you $10. Okay, here you go. Right. So you can actually go with this. You can go with $10 per month thing, guys, and simply go ahead and submit a takedown request over there. This tool, this website is going to ask you for details like what is your website URL, and when was the time when you actually created that content which got copied, and it will ask you to actually paste across that content which is being copied across, and also the name of the website which has copied. Then Google will start taking action. Google will run its entire, will check into its database. Google will start checking into its database, guys, that whether uh, you know a website who has submitted the DMCA request, they were the first one to get that content, or the website which has been submitted as the website who has copied, they were the first one. So out of those two websites, which website got the web page, got the content first, right? So in its indexed library, Google is going to check which website came with the content first. All right, so it's taking time. So guys, you can just simply go into the do it. So this website is taking a lot of time. Some problem, okay, maybe there are a lot of people who are filing in DMCA requests at this given point of time. All right. So any further questions, guys, which I can address right now, which you have a follow-up question or something of that sort? All right. So, okay, okay, sure, sure, absolutely. Please go ahead and do ask me across. All right, so, okay, 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 no problem. Sure. I'll share my credentials again, guys. So all those who want to write across to me, send across an email, or contact me across over the WhatsApp for whatever doubts and clarifications you want. Surely I do resolve that, and I do help in answering them, even if the session gets over, guys. So today is our last session, guys. So that doesn't really mean that I'm not going to help you after that. I try my level best to answer most of the, what do you say, queries, guys, even when the course gets over. So don't worry. So we're going to be in touch, guys. All right. So I'm going to share across my credentials. Now we have covered all these modules, guys, starting with search engine ecosystem, on-page optimization, Google Analytics and Webmaster, the SEO profile and other tools, off-page optimization. Now it's about digital asset optimization, guys. Now, what do we really mean by, we have been speaking about search engine optimization. What do we really mean by digital assets, guys? Any idea? All right, so I'm going to just digital assets. Any idea what digital assets are? what do we really mean by digital assets? Okay, so what do you have online? Absolutely. That's a great answer. So I hope everybody's so blogs. Absolutely. So there's several properties, guys, which a particular business has. Absolutely, content, Facebook pages, a PDF document, a webinar, a white paper, Facebook page, LinkedIn profile, uh, a Twitter page, podcast. All these are digital assets. Anything which is online, anything which is part of the internet world, that's what digital asset is. Now we're speaking about optimization of all these things, guys, and we would be primarily focusing across on the social media properties, guys, social media assets. Reason being, social media profiles like Facebook, Google Plus, LinkedIn, Twitter, they all have a great link with search engine optimization, guys. So for getting your website ranked across onto the top, you cannot simply ignore the social media uh, part, guys. You have to pay a lot of attention to the social media stuff, and you have to optimize them by good content in place. So if you are updating the Facebook page, or if you are posting across a tweet, or if you are submitting across an update on Google Plus page, or if you are, let's say, creating all these channels, whether it's a Facebook page, when you are creating it, asks you for an information and a description about your business. At that given point of time, all the content which you share, that should be in line with what you are trying to actually achieve with your website too. So make sure you go ahead and choose certain keywords which you're gonna make those keywords being part of your content. All right, the content in the information and the description. Whenever you make a Facebook business page or a Twitter, it does ask you, what is this profile all about? What is the description of the business for which you are making a Facebook business page? And in that content also, certain keywords should be decided and should be part of that content. And keywords which you decide on optimizing your social media channels, they should be part of the updates, the Facebook updates and all that. So we're going to talk further more about that. So digital assets, guys, that's what digital assets are. We have spoken about that. All the uh, properties which your business have, and they're part of the digital wing. Those are digital assets. Now, when we speak about digital assets, I've already told you that we're going to be focusing across on social media properties the most, and there is a correlation. There's a very much close correlation, guys, between social signals to the search results. By social signal, we means things like Facebook like, Facebook share, right? Facebook comment, retweet, Google plus one votes, right? All of these, a Pinterest pin, all of these are social signals, guys. The more number of social signals you achieve for your business, higher the impact is going to be in the search engine optimization campaigns, guys. That's a proven fact. There are certain studies which have shown that, and where you simply go ahead, that study actually shows that there is a very close correlation, where direct linkage. And then there are certain principles of digital assets and digital asset optimization strategy, guys, which we're going to talk about. All right. Okay, so in the year 2014, guys, the overall search results, the way search results were being depicted, and the way search results were depicted in 2001, they both were different for a similar keyword. Let's say if I type in the keyword Madonna in the year 2001, these were the search results, guys. And if the same keyword Madonna was being typed across in the year 2014, even if you do it today in the year 2015 and 16, the search results are somewhat like this, and search results used to happen something like this. I hope everybody can see the difference between these two scenarios, guys, is that the search result earlier didn't have any images, right, which you can see. It didn't have any, what do you say, the paid content, right? So the paid ads were not part of the search results earlier. the images and videos and several other user generated content. When I say user generated content is like content, let's say, being created by you and me. We upload that across on our Facebook page, on our LinkedIn or our Twitter and all that, and somehow that also gets promoted across. But earlier, only websites. When it all started, 1998 was the year when Google came in. So since then, up till 2001, 2002, and 3, the search results were only certain websites, guys. Whereas in 2014, things changed. The only reason for this change, guys, which Google did and Google still keeps on doing, is with the fact that Google wants to present across uh, great relevant results, and that too being picked up from various sources. And the most important point is to actually give a much better experience to the person who's coming onto the Google search engine and trying to search in for something. If the experience of the search engine user is going to be great, he would get some content within the form of images, within the form of Wikipedia links or YouTube and all that stuff, and it's going to look much more good to the eyes as compared to something which was earlier. Then definitely that user is going to come back again and again. All right, so somebody was on unmute everyone. Right now, the reason I have been told across, the paid search results actually started in 1998. Sorry, 2002. In 1998 was Google was there. In 2002, Google AdWords got started, so that's why the paid ads were not there in 2001. Now, these search results, guys, earlier we have understood that there are two major categorization of these search results within the search engine result page. One was do you guys remember that? What are the two major categorization in the search engine results, guys? One was the organic results, right? Paid and the organic, absolutely right. Now, organic and paid results are actually further classified, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for replying in. These were the paid results, okay, one of the categorization, and these all are organic results, which you can see over here. Now, there are three more other, there is another way of classifying these search results, guys, and they are called paid media, earned media, and owned media. I'm typing that across in the chat window. You can see that paid media, earned media, and owned media. Now, paid media is nothing but, guys, which is the same thing, which is the sponsored ad only, which comes across because of the Google AdWords thing. So, paid media is that. Paid media, you already know that. PPC ads, the pay-per-click ads. Whereas the organic results, guys, are further sub-classified into earned media and owned media. Now, what exactly is the difference between earned media and owned media? Let me help you with the help of same example of Madonna. Now, Madonna has her own, what do you say, personal official, let's say, official YouTube channel. All right, her official website. Madonna has her official blog and several other social media stuff. All right, and several other properties. Now, whatever official channels, whatever official website and blogs which Madonna has, if they rank across, okay, then that is the which Madonna owns across, that is owned media for her. All right. These all are owned by Madonna herself. All right. She probably might have hired some agency to actually look after her properties and then make them optimize and then come onto the top. So that's what owned media is. Now, if I talk about earned media, there would be several fans and followers of Madonna, guys, who might actually go ahead and uh, upload a lot of videos of hers, or maybe pictures, and write about her in their website, in their blogs, in their social media profiles and all that. And that content which is written by her followers and fans, if that gets ranked across just because of they getting popular so much, they rank across, that becomes part of the earned media, guys. Earned media is that content which is written across, published across by fans and followers. Does it make sense? Giving you another example, let's say all of us actually get to know that Madonna is performing live, right? At the Times Square in New York. All of us decide that, we would be going and if you want to, just enjoy the event and where she would be performing live. We go to the event and then we start taking pictures and videos when she's performing live. We take those videos and pictures and we come back to our home and then start uploading that across on our personal YouTube channels and all that stuff, and Flickr and Pinterest profiles and all. Once we did that, they, let's say just because of that becoming so viral, popular, they started getting ranked across. That is something which Madonna hasn't really done herself. It's the fan and followers which she has earned. The followers are actually promoting her, you can say, sort of promoting her. They, out of the curiosity, they're sharing that. So that's the difference between paid, owned, and earned media, guys. I hope everybody is clear onto that part. Let me know first, so that I can move further. Clear says, all right, Lavina, Bhupender got that. All right. Perfect. Thanks, Yali, for replying in. Thanks, Arvind, for replying in. Thanks, Ankita. All right. So moving further, okay, there was another example which was of Pepsi. That was in the year 2011 in India. Pepsi actually was the main sponsor for the World Cup. So, and there was this campaign called Pepsi Change the Game. So, Pepsi Change the Game actually resulted into a lot of videos. The campaign was all about asking people to create videos and upload across, and it really resulted into a lot of earned media and owned media, guys, along with paid media coming across. So similar stuff, paid media and earned media and owned media, I have told you. Okay, I don't think I need to give you more explanation about this slide, guys. Content is king. You guys all know that. So without having great content, things cannot really fall into places. For the success of an SEO campaign, you do need relevant and valuable content, guys, which has to be unique and much better quality, right? So content is king. All of you know that. And this slide, guys, talks about the overall relationship between a particular search engine and a particular social networking website, guys. So if you are trying to make your website rank across specifically for Bing search engine, guys, then you cannot ignore Facebook. Facebook is one of the social media networking website, guys, that has a close relationship with Bing search engine. If you will go to facebook.com, guys, and you will make some search in the search box which is within the Facebook, that is also powered by Bing. Even if you do a check-in, the Facebook check-ins which are there, if you do a check-in on Facebook, the check-in functionality is powered by Bing Maps. So if you're trying to make your website rank higher for Bing, then just keep that in mind. Facebook is one thing where you should put a lot of focus on so that you get to achieve your results faster. So when I say pay a lot of attention to Facebook, in the sense, I mean, a lot of content being shared across and all that stuff, right? So a lot of great content being shared across with status updates and all that within Facebook. Similarly, if you are trying to make your website rank higher for Google, then Google Plus is another one. So Lavina say, is it true that Google Plus is going to close? Well, Google Plus is going to get closed partially. Lavina, that's right. Many functionalities within Google Plus is going to go away, but still the functionalities related to updating and have updating content and posting in fresh content for SEO people, it's not going to go down. Now, Google Plus wasn't really working well with respect to the overall social media space, right? The social media functionalities which were there, but still it will have some of the features through which we would be still using, and we are still using it, and we'll keep using it for our SEO purpose. Now, if you're trying to, that's the answer to your question, Ravina. Well, if you're trying to make your website rank higher for Google, then Google Plus is one of the social media channels which you cannot ignore. like the way for Bing it's Facebook, it's Google Plus. Now Google probably might, you might say that Google is just being partial to its one of its product, and that's a very smart way which is used by Google to promote its social media website. But and even Twitter is another way to actually make your content. If you have a new content, you want to get it indexed faster. Along with Google Plus, Twitter also works very well. All right, nothing more technical and nothing more rocket science, which I've spoken about. And similarly, what I'm going to talk about right now is also pretty easy to understand, guys. Like I was telling you, that social signals like Google Plus One, votes, and all that, and tweets and retweets and Facebook likes and comments, they all have a great relationship with the search engine ranking, guys. Over here, this study, guys, which is done by Spearman Correlation, this study is of Google search results. This study shows that Google plus one, this is on a scale of 0 to 1, guys. Google plus one has the maximum correlation, which is 0.40 in between 0 to 1. All right. Google plus one has the maximum linkage, guys, with the overall search engine ranking. Fast Facebook share has 0.34. Facebook total has 0.34 again. Facebook total, guys, means Facebook shares, likes, and comments included together. I repeat again, Facebook total over here means Facebook likes, comments, and Facebook shares being included together. Now, Facebook comments, likes, Pinterest pins, tweets, all those have uh, all these, what do you say, websites, all these social signals have got correlation with the search engine ranking, guys. I'm just going to explain it furthermore in much more descriptive way in the upcoming slides. In other words, you can say the web pages which are well ranked, which are ranking onto the top, they have got maximum number of shares, Facebook shares or any other shares, likes, comments, and Google plus ones and tweets, guys. Let me share that again with several other slides. Over here, if you can see, I cannot zoom in further, guys, but that's the maximum which I've done. If you look at this bar graph, the x-axis represents the search engine ranking, guys. Here you have the search engine ranking, and on the y-axis, you have Facebook total, guys. All right, so now Facebook total includes the likes and comments and the shares. This particular bar graph says that the web page which is ranking on the first search result for a specific keyword, it has the maximum number of Facebook shares, guys, which is somewhere close to 27, 2800. Similarly, the web page ranking on the second position has somewhere close to, uh, you know, 1400, 1300, 1400 shares. Similarly, so forth and so on. The web page ranking on the 30th position, web page ranking on the 30th position has got the least number of Facebook total. All right, so I have a question. Is acquiring Facebook likes valid? There are platforms you can visit and pay. Oh no, paid likes, not at all. Not so it doesn't count as valid. What could be the issue? Those are fake likes. Those are fake likes. So they're not really coming from the right targeted audience. So don't ever do that. All right. So these are just numbers to showcase across. I won't recommend you. That is spamming. That is a part of spamming. You can pay a pen. You can get penalized for that. Okay. Now, with respect to Twitter, guys, also what you can see over here, the web page ranking on the first position, Pinterest about tweets, it should be opposite. Well, Pinterest is catching up very well. Pinterest is catching up very well. And where did you see that Pinterest is over? Okay, the very first one. Okay, Lavina. So well, that's a 2014 research, Lavina. Probably thing might have got changed now. Uh, that's as per the study which they have done. So we are just waiting for another fresh study to actually happen, and then we can share that. So advertising your Facebook company page on Facebook for likes. No, for if you are actually working on getting likes, paid likes from several other third party websites which sells Facebook likes, then it's useless. But if you are using the Facebook uh, paid feature to get likes, then it's absolutely right. If you're using the Facebook advertising solutions, all right, then definitely it's a genuine one. All right, this one says This bar graph says that the web page ranking on the first page has got the maximum number of tweets, which you can see, somewhere close to 340. Web page ranking on the second position has got somewhere close to 120 tweets. And similarly, web page ranking on the 30th position has not been not been just a sec, that's the one. All right, okay. So the website ranking on the number one position, guys. The web page actually ranking on the number one position has been part of somewhere close to 340 tweets. So 340 tweets had actually included the URL of this web page. All right, so 340 tweets had this URL as a part of their tweets. And similarly, the web page ranking on the 30th position has not been shared in any of the tweet. None of the tweet had this web page, which is ranking on the 30th position, and so forth, and underneath that. All right. Similarly, it comes down to pins, guys. Web page ranking onto the first position had got the maximum number of pins, and the web page ranking on the 30th position has not got any pin across. All right. Similarly, for Google plus one votes, web page ranking on the number one position has been shared across on maximum number of Google plus one status updates and got maximum number of Google plus one votes, whereas web page ranking on the 30th position has not been shared at all on the Google Plus. All right. Excuse me, guys. Just a sec. All right. So this slide, guys, talks about a noun called metamorphosis, which means process of transformation from an immature form to an adult form into a more distinct stages, and that's what has really happened. This noun actually holds true for Google. There are several things which Google has changed across, guys. It has actually transformed from an immature form to an adult form. You know, the way we saw it in the search results in 2001 and 2014, that was a transformation. All right, so evolution of SEO offering, guys. Absolutely right, Lavina. Evolution of SEO offering, guys. This is the same thing which we have covered so far. So you might probably feel that it's a replication. So SEO offering, if we talk about, does include health checkup, technical optimization, which is nothing but the SEO audit only. And whereas the content optimization is the on-page optimization, link building is nothing but the off-page. All right. And these are five owned media principle, guys, which should be taken into consideration when we are optimizing the digital assets. Number one is sociable aspect, which says that your brand should be present across on all the major social networking websites. And if a brand is participating very much in the social media networking websites and it's doing conversations and it's getting popular, then definitely the overall digital assets are getting optimized. The number two thing, guys, is to have shareable. So Siddesh says, do we have a tool where we put in URL and we'll come to know the digital assets of that website? Well, there is no tool for that, I would say. There is a way, Siddesh, which you can do is by doing, what do you say, just typing in the brand name. All right. So if you want it for, let's say, a particular brand name, you type in maybe you can type in social media channels of, let's say, Honda, or uh, just type in these kind of keywords, you can get it. Otherwise, maybe WooRank can give you, or mm, I'm not really sure if there is a tool for that. If I have to check, then probably WooRank give, but that WooRank actually doesn't give you the right information. Sometimes they miss out on that. So I can say it's only through Google you can do that. That would be the best way. So Google is the best tool for that. Just type in social media accounts of, let's say, Honda, social media accounts of Toyota, social media accounts of such and such brand name, whatever. If it's a even if it's a smaller and medium organization, do it in this way. Social media accounts of such and such .com maybe, right? And then you can get to know. Otherwise, I'm not really sure. There might be any tools for this, but probably not in my knowledge, if I to be very honest. I can check for that. I can put a note, just a sec. So it's very important for me to put a note of it. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna put a note at a later stage. I've got it, I've got it. All right. Great. So I'll just check and then I'll let you know. So this is in the assignment we do have to find out the digital assets of the website, which we have to audit. All right. So I'm not sure of a tool. I mean, the way I do it, Sidesh, right now is through a manual way, right? So because it's not a very uh, time-taking task. Had it been a time-taking task, I would have really looked out for a tool which can give me all the social media channels, right? So maybe I can go, you guys can, I mean, the best way which I have been doing it so far is by putting in certain keywords like this, or also going into, let's say, Facebook and then typing in the name of the brand and then I get that. Just doing a search because these are only 4 5 major renowned social media accounts are there, not many, right? That's why. Okay, the second owned media principle, guys, says shareable. So you should have your content with the shareable buttons across. Now what are shareable buttons across? Let me show that to you. So we similarly have shareable buttons which are of social media networking websites, and most of the websites do have shareable buttons across, guys. uh, this is another on digital on asset on media principle. So if I would go into the blog section, just a sec. Yeah, here you go. So let's say this is one of the blog posts which is being written yesterday. Over here you can see the social media, the social share buttons, guys. All right, so if somebody clicks onto these buttons, automatically it will go into their Twitter account or LinkedIn account or Google Plus account. So that's what shareable stuff means, guys. All right. And the third digital asset owned media principle, guys, is portability. When we say portability, one should actually check whether the website is portable for all the major, what do you say, all the major browsers and all the major devices. So browsers as in Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or what do you say, Opera Mini and several others. And similarly for major devices like tablet, mobile phones, desktops, laptops, and all the other ones, right? So sociable, shareable, portable, and then the fourth one and the fifth one is pretty easy to understand. Searchable, which means that your website should be easily searched across. It should be visible in the search engine through either through SEO or through pay-per-click ads, and they should not be blocked across by, let's say, robots.txt and all these websites. All right. So that's with searchable, and the fifth one being the measurability part, which is to actually have your website being connected to one of the web analytics platform, just like Google Analytics, all right, just to check how much traffic has been achieved just because of a particular campaign, whether it's an SEO campaign or another different campaign. So these are all five own media principle, guys. Whatever media you have, they should have these principles being you know levied across in order to have much more better optimization. Okay, now we have a digital asset optimization checklist. So this is with hazy text. The other slide has that same text, guys. This is the checklist, And this checklist says that whether you have a Google Plus, Twitter, YouTube, or a Facebook page, all right, whenever you create them, do define certain keywords. Let's say 2 to 3 keywords you have defined for all these social media channels, guys. And the content which you post across when you're creating these accounts, make sure that the content which you're posting in the information tab and the description tab of Facebook or all of those, the keyword should be used across. And also usage of hashtag, regular status updates. So optimizing the information tab, regular status updates, and usage of hashtag also. I'm just going to share you with you keyword specific vanity URL. What do we really mean by that? So Bhupender says, if we are sharing our information on different social media, is it required to have unique content on each social media or same topic news? Well, Bhupender, that's a very great question. I must say, many websites actually do the same way, and it's pretty okay to actually use the same content on all the social media sharing sites. Uh, Otherwise, I mean, there's no harm. There's no harm in that. So the answer is absolutely you can use the same information, but make sure not a lot of content which you post across on your website is present across on your social media sites also. The content which is shared on a Facebook and a LinkedIn or a YouTube and a Google Plus, uh, that should not really be similar to what you have on the website, but it can be similar between all the social media accounts. All right. So content which you have on Facebook can be there on your LinkedIn and Twitter and your Facebook, but don't make it part of your website. All right. So whatever content you have on website, don't replicate that. Even if the theme, if the message is same, at least change the words so that your website optimization doesn't really suffer. Okay, the other thing, guys, which I wanted to show you was having a keyword specific URL, guys, within Facebook, and that's called a keyword vanity URL. So, vanity URL or keyword specific URL, guys, is something which you can go ahead and uh, that is something which you can go ahead and create by yourself. This is very much like creating choosing in a domain. This is very much like choosing a domain on Facebook for your personal profile or your business page, guys. So I have shared across the URL, guys, which is facebook.com/username, where you can go ahead and pick and choose a Facebook vanity URL by yourself. As you can see, this is the Facebook vanity URL for my profile. All right, my personal profile, which is facebook.com/ my first name dot my last name. And similarly, I can pick and choose a vanity URL. I can edit my URL from here. Otherwise, I can pick and choose vanity URL. What is the role of the tag? So, well, the role of this particular vanity URL or this tag, if you want to talk about Aarti, is that you can pick and you can embed a keyword within the URL of your web page. So, let's say you've got a couple of keywords for which you want to rank across your Facebook page. Also, you want to optimize. Let's say you want to optimize your Facebook page for certain keywords. That keyword can be made part of the Facebook page URL also. The way we used to have URL, the focus keyword in the URL when we were optimizing a website. Similarly, when we are optimizing a Facebook page for a particular keyword, we can place that keyword in the Facebook URL also. All right, that's the role. Let me know if that answers your question or not. So let's say if this is one of my, let's say, web pages, Nick's digital marketing solution, and I've got a Facebook web address, I can pick and choose the way I want. So it's nick.bathla.digital.marketing solutions. And let's say in case I want to go ahead and change it to Nick's digital marketing solutions, uh, I would say, and also SEO. All right. So if I type in maybe learn SEO, all right, I can go ahead and check the availability. Okay, so I have got more than 4 periods that cannot be used. Okay, that's a good one. So let's say if I remove the extra ones and I go ahead and check the availability, it says absolutely the availability is there. I can go ahead and choose this one and make it as a my own keyword related. So I can place my keywords over here in the bottom part of the URL. Facebook.com is something which will not get changed, but the this tail part can only be changed across, and that can really be, and that can be what do you say, the keywords, guys, right? Whatever keyword I want to choose, which I have chosen across for my particular web page. Hope it makes sense. Let me know. Aarti, did that does that answer your question? Is everybody clear with the Facebook vanity URL? Okay, okay. Thanks, Bhupender, for answering. Adi, does that answer your question? In case not, let me know. All right, so moving further, guys. Speaking about digital assets, I saw many hashtags in the post. Which post are you talking about? I want to understand what and why we can use it. Okay, see, hashtag thing is on social sites. Well, that is, see, I could have actually made you understand the hashtag thing, but that's very much a part of social media marketing. And I'm gonna be running on a short of time. But I can tell you, in case you wanna use certain keywords for which you wanna make your, you know, no hashtag actually thing. This thing actually started with Twitter, guys. Let me go ahead and show you Twitter first. Now with Twitter, whenever you have, whenever you want to promote across your tweets, then the best thing to actually do is to actually make your tweet across on trending tweets. Now, one of the trending tweets you guys must be knowing. There's this guy. Okay, Startup India, Make India Work are trending tweets. This is a Twitter advertisement. Hangout with Honda is one of the trending tweet right now. And I saw that in the morning I was seeing there was another. Okay, this is another tweet. Let's airlift Delhi. Now, what happens if I click onto one of the trending tweets guides? All those people who are using this tweet, all right. So let's say another tweet. I would take another example. Startup India is probably the best example. The hashtags over here, which you're seeing, which is Startup India. Startup India is actually probably, I believe it's a event. Absolutely. It's an event, and many people who are actually using Startup India within their tweets, right? Their tweets get listed over here. So Hindustan Times, NDTV Times Now, the Economic Times, they all are using this tweet. And when I clicked onto this particular tweet, sorry, with this particular hashtag, I'm so sorry. When I clicked on this particular hashtag, all those tweets with this particular hashtag really came in front of me. In case you want more people to also know about you and also to your particular uh, Twitter profile, your particular Twitter content also to be popularized across, then you can start tweeting across with the same hashtag. Let's say I can take the same hashtag. All right, so I can go onto my Twitter profile. So what I've done, I have actually tweeted across with the same hashtag which is trending across right now. Now, when I tweet, this is gonna make me also my profile also visible when somebody would actually click on Startup India hashtag. So many people will actually get to see my profile, and there is a possibility that they might like my content, my tweets, and they might follow me across. And in case today, if I am trying to popularize something, I can use, let's say, Mm. So let's say, I mean, this is one of the hashtag which I want to popularize across Nick SEO training. Uh, Maybe I want to popularize this, and I can simply go ahead and tweet across this, and all those who would be using similarly this hashtag, in case you guys will also use this hashtag, and if I'll click onto this hashtag, all those tweets will come across. It's all about promoting across and making something popular. All right, that's what the funda of hashtag is. Hope it makes sense. So it's all about being part of something which is popular or making something popular by yourself. This is what there are two things to hashtag, Arti. All right, and these are majorly people actually use keywords uh, when they are actually optimizing their website also for whatever keywords they're optimizing. They make use of that hashtag functionality. They point out they create hashtags on those keywords most of the times. All right, so that's with the social checklist, guys, which I have spoken about earlier, right? That was a social checklist. Now talking about digital asset optimization strategy, guys. My pleasure. So with respect to making your digital assets optimize perfectly, guys, this is one strategy which should be used across, and the strategy is to actually classify your entire team into three major department, guys, so that right set of work goes into right set of people with right set of skill sets. And these three overall department, guys, comprises of the top management who looks after your own media. The own media comprises of the website and blogs. The second department comprises of the social media marketing professionals, right? Where the social media marketing professionals are working across on social media profiles like Facebook, Twitter, and all the other ones. And then the other department is of the content writers who create content for various articles, press release, and product reviews. All right. So why the on media part is being taken care by top management, guys, because this is the most crucial decision making platforms, right? What sort of things will come onto the website and blogs and images, and the social media department is another department. Reason being, the social media marketing expert would be knowing what all particular tools are available, and the tools which are available, uh, that how can they really be worked across in a perfect fashion, so it's a face to the external world. Absolutely, Arti, yeah. So social media is all about I mean it is to be given across to right set of people who understand social media. So you have a different department with social media, and you have a different department of content writers who are very well versed with how content is to be written. So if you go ahead and classify and give right set of work to right set of individuals, then the overall digital asset optimization would happen in a perfect fashion. Right? So that makes us come to the end of digital asset optimization, guys. And we would be starting with online reputation management now. All right. And okay, it's 11:15. Probably we can take a 20 minutes break and then we can start with that. So there is a okay, I'm not going to ask you these because I know all of you know that examples are pretty easy questions. All right, so it's 11:15, guys, as per Indian Standard Time. All right, so should we connect at 11:45, right? And half an hour break. So 11:45 Indian Standard Time. Doesn't make sense. All right, so we're going to get started with online reputation management after that. So I'm going to put myself onto mute. Break till 11:45 uh, a.m. Indian Standard Time, guys. All right. See you then. Bye. All right, so it's 11:45. I hope everybody is back from the break. Should we get started? Let me know in the chat window if you're back. All right, great. Okay, thanks guys for letting me know. So the topic for discussion now is online reputation management, guys. What do we really mean by online reputation management? Now, I hope most of you have, in at any given point of time, have used product review sites or maybe consumer complaint sites also, where you as customers, where you as consumers have actually shared in your experiences, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, on certain websites, and where you would have written either a positive review or a negative review, right? Now, these positive reviews and the negative reviews, which consumers or end customers go ahead and type across after they have experienced a particular product, these positive or negative reviews breaks up or builds up a brand, and also it does have a great impact on the search engine optimization campaigns also, guys. This is I mean, it's a clear indication, and it has been seen and observed. If there are a lot of negative reviews for a particular brand, the website of that brand will have a hard time achieving higher search results, guys, no matter whatsoever great on page and off page activities are being are being done across for the SEO campaign of that particular website. So no matter what all good SEO on page and what all good SEO off page optimization activities are being done, but negative reviews can have really go your entire hard work going to the drain. So what you really need to do in that case is to pay a lot of attention. I mean, whether if you're doing it for your a client, you have to really tell your client that they have to pay a lot of attention to what they're offering in their product servings and the kind of customer support services they're offering across, right? Now, there are several websites, guys, when it comes down to online reputation management, product review sites like if you talk about the travel industry, it's TripAdvisor. If you talk about the restaurant industry in India, if we talk about specifically, Zomato is there, and Amazon, as one of the e-commerce website, does have the product review section also, and there are several other consumer complaint websites also, which are but just meant for going ahead and typing in the complaints about a particular product. So there are neutral ones also, where positive and negative comments both are there, and there are certain websites, certain platforms, certain forums which are provided to the end customers to go ahead and type in only the complaints. Now, how do these things really matter in SEO? I've told you, bad SEO, I mean, bad product offerings and bad customer services would lead to negative reviews, and negative reviews will always lead to lowering of the search engine results. So these are the areas, guys, which we would be addressing. What is ORM? We have already understood that. So it's all about building in and maintaining in the reputation of the brand, and then there are other aspects, guys, which we are going to look at in a while shortly, which is listening. Now, when we talk about listening, if I have to know what people are talking about my brand, uh, all throughout various websites which are present, I can do it with several ways. There are a few tools which are used for that. So if I am, let's say, Maggie, or if I am, let's say, whatever brand, let's say even if I'm Digital Vidya, I want to know what people are really talking about Digital Vidya in the online space on a day-to-day basis or an ongoing basis. There are certain tools for that, right? Once you get to know what people are talking about you, then you go ahead and segregate them into positives and negatives, and the negative ones needs to be addressed across in a proper fashion so that they don't do a lot of damage, right? The negative reviews cannot be removed. First of all, guys, somebody who has posted a negative review for your particular brand, number one thing is that you cannot go ahead and remove it. Either the customer himself or herself can remove or edit that negative review, or the other thing is the website on which it is being posted. Let's say on TripAdvisor the negative review is posted, the other person who can make alterations or delete it, I mean, it's only the deletion part, which TripAdvisor can do. So uh, I'll share a few things more with an example, guys. And in order to come up with a solution, for these negative reviews which are there, there's a good usage of content, guys. Whatever on-page and off-page techniques we have learned so far, even those would be used in order to get a solution across. All right, so these are the areas which we would be covering. So what is reputation management? We've already spoken about that, the overall complaints, the various positive and the negatives which people talk about, giving in the feedback. Now, if I have to really go ahead and understand what people are talking about my brand, one of the good ways, guys, is to actually go ahead and type in the brand name in the Google search bar. This is one of the example which you can see over here. There is this particular university, guys, called Penn State. This Penn State University had some issues in the past. There was some sort of a scandal which happened, some sort of penalties and which were being implemented on Penn State University. So at that point of time, Penn State wanted to see what people are actually searching for, right, for their brand. The one of the best ways, no matter whichever brand it may be, just go ahead and type in the name of the brand in Google, guys, and these suggestions which comes at the bottom, these suggestions are called Google Instant, guys. This Google Instant suggested search results, guys, these suggested words or phrases or keywords, whatever you want to call them, or search queries, these are the search queries which are very much popular in an ongoing real time basis. So people are typing in quite a lot of one of the word as Penn State sanctions, Penn State penalties, Penn State University, Penn State football, Penn State scandal, and so forth and so on. And through this, you get to listen to, through these keywords, you get to listen to what people are actually searching for, right? Pretty easy way. Now there are other ways, guys. There are other tools which are used to get to know what people are talking about you. Now this is the most, what do you say, topmost zoom, guys, which I have done so far. Now the text is pretty much smaller. I know it might be you might be having hard time reading it, but these are several tools, guys. I'm not going to be taking all the tools, and these are pretty easy tools. Like you go onto Twitter and then you go the search in on the Twitter search. You go on to Facebook and then you search for your brand name in the Facebook search. That is, these are some. So can you give use the list, please? I'm sorry, I couldn't get your question. Can you give use the list? Maybe you wanted to say something else. I couldn't really understand your question. Can you give use the list? Uh, Not able to. Okay, can you give us the list, please? Okay, okay, no problem. So this is very much their part of the LMS. In the LMS, you have the PowerPoint presentation, so you can actually go ahead and take it from there. The learning management system, which is there. Some of the tools which I'm going to be sharing across right now are my favorites and industry renowned ones. So one of the industry renowned tool is Google Alerts, guys. Now again, anything which is provided by Google definitely has great quality most of the times, except for Google Plus social media, social networking site, right? So, but otherwise, various products by Google are definitely great ones. So what I've done right now, I've just opened one of the social media monitoring or social media listening tool, guys. All right. So it's a social media monitoring or a social media listening tool. If I want to know what people are talking about my brand on a regular basis, I can just go ahead and create an alert on this tool. I've shared the URL of this tool. I can just type in, let's say, in inverted commas, digital vidya. All right. So when I type that across, you can see all these search results which you can see over here, which are coming across of BuzzOm, Next Big What, Social Samosa, and all these are the ones where digital vidya is being used across. All right, and in a similar way, they would be pushed across to my email box, guys, whenever there is a new content submitted across on internet which will have digital vidya as a one of the word in it, right? Within that content, it would be pushed across in similar fashion in my inbox, and I can go ahead and click onto them and then land onto the exact URL where digital vidya is used across. So this is one of the blog, right? Now when I am creating the alert, I have set in the alert name. which is the key name of my brand name. I go ahead and click on create alerts, and I can click onto this pencil icon to actually go ahead and change the options. When I say options, these are certain settings of the alert which I have made. Number one thing is, how often do you want these search results to be pushed across to your email ID? You can decide only once in a day. So throughout 24 hours, whatever number of posts carries uh, digital vidya within their content, they all would be collated and sent across to me in one email in a day. Similarly, all that everything can be collated for the entire week and can be sent, or I can choose an as it happens option. This would really result into an email being pushed across into my email box whenever there is a new content posted on internet with digital vidya being part of that content, right? So I'll get to know what people are talking, writing in different blogs and forums and Facebook chats, and not Facebook chats, sorry, Facebook chats are not part of the this entire thing. Facebook group conversations and all that, the forum conversations and blogs, and even on news websites and other websites, right? So I can click on as it happens. So whenever there is some content posted across on internet with this keyword being part of it, it will be pushed across into my, it will be sent across to my email ID. Do I want results from news site, blog sites, other websites, videos, books, discussions, or all of them? I can pick and choose automatic in that case. What language? Is it English? What all region do you specifically want it from? United States, India, or any other region? And then Google says, do you want all these search results which are going to be there, or only the best one? Now Google has its own way of categorizing the results as best and not the best ones. So even I'm not aware of how Google actually decides on the best. It's actually not disclosed by Google how they really go ahead and decide which result is best and which one is not. So let's say if I take all the results, I can go ahead and update the alert, guys, and I update the alert, and this alert gets created right now. Every moment, whenever there is this word keyword being used across in the internet in any of the content, it will be pushed across to my email box, guys. Or so I'm deleting it right now just because I don't need it. And this is one of the tool, guys. All right, so you can see buzz on one, and there is this other one which is the recent one, the government post tag government of India. All right, so these were the search results, guys. Similarly, there is another social media listening tool, guys, which is, I would say, the second rated one after Google Alerts, but I am quite a fan of Google Alerts, guys. The second one is social mention.com, is a social media listening or a social media, I would say, social media listening or a social media monitoring tool. So let's say if you are Honda City, all right, you can go ahead, maybe that's the word which you want to check for what people are talking about Honda City, or just Honda, maybe. Maybe you can just type in Honda also. And let's say you do that in inverted commas just to get precise results. You put in Honda and you want results from blogs, microblogs, bookmarking sites, images, videos, or questions, or do you want from all of them? You go ahead and click on all and then click on search. All right. So when you click on search, several search results, several content pieces are going to be in front of you, which would say, all right, so these are all various results, guys. And this tool actually does a categorization of positive and the negative conversations also. So you can see 66 positive, 3 negative, and 125 neutral. So if I click on negative, 3 negative ones, these are the ones. All right, but these I'm not really quite a fan of this particular tool, guys, to be very honest. So can you set alerts for website as against the use of keywords? Can you set alerts for websites? Absolutely, yeah, you can do that. You can just set an alert on, let's say, digitalvidya.com in place of just digital vidya. Absolutely, you can do that. So you can have the website name www digitalvidya.com, www dot whatever website, your news website, let's say for an example, you can post that across in totality. And but on and the results which are going to come across will only have those conversations where the URL name is being written across. You can also download, export all of that within an Excel sheet, guys, by just clicking onto CSV and Excel file. And you can get, so you can see people are talking about speakers of Honda Civic car. The people are talking about other Honda, stuff about other Honda things, and you're getting to know about it, right? You're getting to know what people are actually writing about your brand at several other places. So whether it's Tumblr, whether it's Ask.com, whether it's Reddit.com, on several other places. All right, so that's with listening part, guys. Any further questions, any further doubts, do let me know so that I can clarify that, please. Okay, as I move further, now I want to tell you about the solutions part. Once you have got negative results, guys, how do you really go ahead and tackle this situation? So I have got I generally go ahead and share across one of my experiences, guys. With the help of that, the online reputation management aspect gets clear much more. I have a case to actually case study, you can say, sort of, which I'm going to place it in front of you. And it's a sort of a role play. And I would ask each one of you to actually, think like one of the participant of the case study, which I'm going to be sharing across right now. And then I'll be asking you questions. So it's very important that you listen to me carefully. And once you listen to me and you will address my questions, guys. I'm not looking for right answers. Trust me. I'm looking for much better participation. Then you will be able to understand ORM. So Sudesh says, if we provide ORM as a service, so what kind of work do we need to do? Oh, that's a great question. So before I begin with uh, sharing across my case study, guys, I'll definitely answer your question, Sudesh. So the kind of work which you can really expect. So I'm just opening up across one of the website where a lot of digital marketers really go ahead and get in projects, right? Get in digital marketing projects, whether it's SEO or Google AdWords and all those. So I'm just logging into that and then showing you very specifically what sort of work can you really expect. What sort of ORM work which you can really expect, Sidesh. All right, so uh, it's very much going to be an eye opener for all of you. And let me just share that. Okay, so I've got an employer account, I've got a freelancer account, both of that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and click on find work. So this is the place, guys, upwork.com, where in a lot of projects, a lot of digital marketing stuff are being offered across. And I'm just trying to search in for certain online reputation management ones. So this is one of them. So okay, budding if of negative pages on Google online reputation management. uh, all right, this is another one, which is the online reputation one, Sudesh, which you can see. I think that's quite enough. I'll just show you that. So let's say this is the one. This particular project, guys, says the kind of work which you can really expect. This is an expert in online reputation management services required, and what sort of skill sets are being required. What is the project brief? These guys are saying we require an expert in ORM to help suppress. Can you read that out carefully? Suppress negativity and promote our brand via the search. What generally happens, Sidesh, the negative comments which are there. So guys, do listen me out. Whatever negative comments a particular brand receives on any of these review sites, any of the consumer complaint forums, or on review sites like TripAdvisor, Zomato, Amazon, whatsoever, they really pinch the business, right? They really pinch to those particular person who is receiving the negative comments, because negative comments are ultimately leading to a lot of business opportunity being lost across. All right. A prospective customer who reads in negative reviews about your brand might not buy your product. Maybe he or she was, let's say, had totally decided that he or she is gonna buy a product. Maybe a negative review can lead to uh, some business or a lot of business being lost across, a lot of business not being coming across to your way. So this project says the similar thing, that this client is asking and saying that there are certain negative reviews for his brand, and they are looking for ORM expert to suppress negativity and promote the brand via search engines. It says removing and replacing negative links on search engine results. Well, the client doesn't know removing something is which is not possible, guys. Okay, but replacing is something which we as search engine optimizers can do. And how can we replace the negative search results with the positive ones? That is something which we're going to talk about now. When we say replacing in the sense, it doesn't mean that a a customer who has posted in a negative review, you have the authority to go ahead and edit that, or you have the authority to go ahead and replace that. It's only that the negative review which is ranking onto the top, let's say. So if, let's say, if I type in a keyword by or not, sorry, by, let's say, reviews of hotels in Kochi. This is one of the example, guys, which I gave in. Let's say somebody who was typing in review or typing in a keyword reviews of hotels in Kochi, and for one of the hotel, the negative result is ranking onto the top. This negative result which is ranking on the top, let's say this is similar to what this guy is also saying, that replacing thing means this negative review, let's say I'm just saying that assume this, this is a negative result for a negative review result ranking onto the top. This can be actually replaced in the sense that it can be moved from first page to the second or to the third page, guys. All right, and this can only happen if there are several new websites uh, which are being created by that same brand, and several new blogs, and they are being promoted and optimized across on this same keyword. What will happen, let's say if there are 30 new websites which are created by that hotel uh, who had received a negative review onto the top, right? And the idea is to actually replace this from the first page to the third page or the fourth page. Now the new 30 blogs and websites which have been created and they start getting optimized, they will start ranking onto the top. They will move from the 50th page to the fifth, to the fourth, to the third, to the second, and to the first. So all the new websites will start capturing the search engine results over here. So the first search engine result would be of the new website, second search engine result would be again of the another new website, so forth and so on. So the first search engine result page, second search engine result page, or probably the third search engine result page, they all would be filled up by new it would be filled up by new web pages, guys. And the old, or you can say the negative search result, would actually get dragged down to the fourth page, fifth page, and sixth page. And that is what this client is actually asking for removing and replacing. Now removing cannot be done, replacing negative results on the search engine results. This guy says we also have similar work available from certain clients in which to work, and blah blah blah. All right, so another one which I can show you is also saying burying of negative pages on Google, online reputation management project. This is a second project, guys, and client is ready to pay $1,000 for this. And whatever here, what you can really see over here, it says we are looking for a skilled SEO expert who has the experience of moving negative pages, right, on Google off page one. So it's the same thing. So removing the negative results, it's actually the negative results, not negative pages. Negative results on Google page from the page one, it has to be removed or have to be dragged down to the fourth page or the fifth page, the negative reviews. All right. The client says, we realize this can be done in multiple ways and are looking to hire a freelancer with a proven track record utilizing multiple strategies. Client says, only freelancer with previous blah blah blah. The specifics of the job will be revealed after the hiring or during the hiring. The search term and the website is UK based. any interested party, blah blah blah. Does that answer your question, Siddesh? Should I move further with my example, which I was trying to tell you? All right, guys, great. So I hope everybody has understood what I was trying to show you, the kind of work which you can expect. Now, the example, guys, which I was trying to give you in order to make you clear overall online reputation management and think more is, let me go ahead and start. So, guys, couple of months back, I actually went to Kerala. All right, this is one of the place in southern part of India, right? All those who are not from India, probably I just want to let them know. So that is one of the tourist destination, guys, pretty renowned tourist destination. I actually, when I was going there, I decided on a hotel on the basis of the reviews, guys. Again, now look at me. My buying decision, my overall decision of choosing in a particular hotel was very much based upon the reviews which hotels have received, and specifically, I was checking TripAdvisor reviews only, guys, because somehow I tend to trust the reviews which are there on TripAdvisor because TripAdvisor plays a very good role in terms of filtering out and getting to uh, you know getting the right information to the end customer. So I I did decided on which hotel to stay in on the basis of the reviews for several hotels which I looked on. And the hotel, guys, which I decide, I did my booking across. I went there, and I unfortunately didn't find a lot of good things, guys. When I say I didn't find good things in the sense, the overall services were not up to the mark. The food was not being delivered on time. The laundry service was not on shape, and all that. The very next day I decided that I'm gonna check out. So instead of my 3 day stay, I actually stayed there for 3 nights stay. I just stayed there for one night. I decided that I'm gonna no longer gonna stay here for in this hotel. Okay, hope everybody is listening to me. Okay, Bhupinder says join digital Vidya. Absolutely great. Good one, good one. Absolutely. Many people actually decide on the reviews aspect. So when I was checking out from that hotel, guys, okay, I decided that I'm gonna also share my review for that hotel on TripAdvisor. Okay, so it was my turn this time to share my overall experience. So I made it a point that I explain everything with my review, and that's what I did. While checking out, I posted a negative review. You can say it was a negative. It was a fact, right? That I didn't got a lot of great service. So I posted across a review which was actually not sounding good to the eyes and ears of the top management official of that hotel. You wouldn't believe I was at the reception and the top management official who was sitting somewhere else in their offices. They get to know about this. Review which I had posted, and the moment they read that, they called up the people who were there in the reception area. So the top management official who came to know about the negative review, which was posted by me, they called up the reception area, and after calling up the reception area, guys, they asked whether this customer, which was me, which is Nick, is still present in the hotel because he had posted a negative review. That reception people said that absolutely the customer is still there, and so the top management official instructed the reception guys to actually make the customer, which is me, stay there for some more time as they wanted to speak to me. And that's what happened. I was waiting for the top management officials to come across, and they came to the reception area and they wanted to have a discussion with me in regards to the negative review. Now, I have a question for each one of you guys. I hope everybody was listening to me perfectly. When the uh, top management official actually came to the reception area, they saw me. They uh, they started conversing me. They started discussing with me. Now I'm saying I want each one of you to really get into the shoes of top management of that hotel. Now, if you are in the top management of the hotel, guys, you are somewhere or the other. Uh, I mean, not somewhere or the other. You are very much. If you're part of the top management official of that hotel, you very much don't want such kind of negative reviews because you know negative reviews are really going to affect the overall brand, the overall business can get affected because of negative reviews. Now, this negative review is there. What would you guys, as a top management official of that hotel, would do in that situation, in that case, guys, in order to tackle this negative review situation? What all steps would you take, guys, if you are part of the top management official? So I hope everybody was listening to me and can answer this. In case you want me to actually repeat on something, I can surely do that too. All right, so I'm waiting for some answers. I hope you guys are writing. So I'm just going to wait. All right. So Komal says, admit and apologize and endeavor to correct. Absolutely, Komal. Arvind says, first, I request some time from you to understand what went wrong, where, what, absolutely, Arvind. Agreed. Aarti says, first, listen to you and what exactly, why are you unhappy? What are you unhappy about? Absolutely, Aarti. That's right. Shilpa says discuss what went wrong and apologize. Absolutely right, guys. So number one solution is definitely to discuss about the matter, understand the situation from the customer also, right? And after understanding from both the sides, from the team also, go ahead and apologize for whatever bad happened, whatever bad services which were being offered, right? So discuss, understand, and apologize. This says I would like to know where did you find problems and will ask if those problems have been rectified. Would you like to stay for more some days? Absolutely, Siddhesh, that's a good one. Upendra says, first we'll apologize for past. Absolutely. Lavina says, he will ask you the problems, will ask you the problem you faced, and then we'll look into the case and we'll try to pacify you with some benefits. Okay, that's a great one, Lavina. I was looking for that with some freebies, benefits, gifts, maybe, and all that. So that's right. So Komal says soften the impact by offering some other services. You guys have got that. So number one solution, guys, in this situation is to discuss, understand, and apologize, right? And number two is to actually go ahead and offer a freebie. Absolutely right. So once you have offered a freebie, or maybe you have actually went ahead and apologize, you have asked for apologies, that can really change the mind of the customer, which was me, right? So let's say if I am a very stubborn kind of a customer, the apologies doesn't work, then probably the freebie would work. Let's say the number two solution, freebie, also doesn't work. So Ankita says he will ask about your expectation and then what made you write a bad review. All right. Ankita says, and then later provide with a better hospitality. Absolutely. Now let's say, guys, all of you have written absolutely correct things, guys. Yeah, absolutely. One night free, 10% discount, 50% discounts, and maybe a free meal and all that stuff. The great freebies can be provided. So let's say I am a stubborn, customer in this case. The apologies which have been asked by each one of you, I don't go ahead and take that. I still go ahead and decide that I'm going to walk out from that hotel, and I did that. All right, and I walked out from the hotel. And second thing, guys, even the freebie thing didn't really work in my case. I didn't accept the apologies, and the freebie also I didn't was not being accepted by me. So two solutions happened, but somehow the negative review is still up there. What would you do in this case, guys, as the top management official, now to actually tackle this situation? Both those things really didn't work well with you. I mean, I'm a different kind of a customer. The customer didn't really appreciated the fact the apologies were being taken. I was not even bothered about the apologies. I was not even bothered about the freebies which were being offered to me. It didn't really matter to me. If I was unhappy, I was unhappy, and I made it vocal. I made everybody knew about it by posting across my negative review. Now, the two solutions didn't really work. What all other solutions, guys, would you do in order to tackle that negative review situation? So Sayali says create new good reviews. Absolutely good one, Sayali. I'll just definitely speak about that. Komal says reply to the negative review, publicly admitting an outline. Absolutely right. Absolutely right, Komal. That's a good one. So they says a comment after the negative review asking for apologies. Absolutely right, guys. You got that. So number three solution, guys, is to go ahead and reply back to the negative review, right? I mean, there is no uh, sequence to what I'm talking about, guys. I mean, all these can be done one after another or parallelly also. So you go ahead and reply back to the negative review as a top management official, and you admit the mistake, and thereby publicly you can admit the mistake, and also you can reply back by saying that looking forward to getting you in future to the person who has posted in the review, which was me, right, the customer. You can mention that you're looking forward to get the customer back again so that they can the management can actually serve in a much better way, right? So number two is replying back. Number four, guys, which Siari did mention, is to actually have positive reviews, guys. One negative review on the TripAdvisor, guys, that is making an impact in the business because of that negative review, which is very much visible. Let's say there were five reviews for your hotel, and out of five, one of the review is negative. So that is very much visible onto the top, very much visible when whosoever goes to the what do you say, the listing of that hotel on TripAdvisor. Now, since the total number of reviews are pretty less, the one negative review was getting highlighted and seen across way too much. Okay, very much visible in front of the eyes. Now, the fourth point, guys, if you have to get rid of this situation after replying back, is to actually maybe run a sort of a contest or something where you can ask new customers to actually go ahead and post in a review, you know, post in a review, an honest review, I would say, honest review about how they really like the services. And you cannot really go ahead and ask them to, you cannot really ask your customers to go ahead and post in a positive review for you. All you can do is to run a contest and ask new customers to go ahead and post in a review on TripAdvisor, whether it's positive or negative, uh, and you let them know that if you post in a review, guys, it's gonna make them earn 10% discount, right? So just for 10% discount, definitely people will start I mean, this is a contest, or maybe a contest can be there, or maybe just a scheme, a promotional scheme can be there. So this will really entice a many customers, future customers, to go ahead and post in a review. Now, in order to get positive reviews, you should actually offer better services parallelly tied up with this concept of giving 10% discount on the review would really lead into a lot of reviews, and the chances that you will get more positive reviews from actual customers. So number fourth, guys, is to actually get more positive reviews from actual customers, so that the more positive reviews, let's say there are 50 positive reviews, right, which you collect, 50 positive reviews on that hotel listing of TripAdvisor, 50 positive reviews overshadow the one negative review, guys. So one negative review probably gets unnoticed by the end customer, and 50 positive reviews is something which will really make a much better impact in that case. So I think I had more questions. So Sudesh says one more thing can be done, offering freebies to customers who post good reviews. Absolutely, absolutely. No, who post in freebies to customers who post not good reviews, only to those who post in reviews. You cannot really I mean, you're just, if in case you do that, Sudesh, then it's sort of a bribing. You cannot give in, freebies only when they post in good reviews. You can give in freebies if they post in review for you, right? Now it's their choice. It's the customer choice whether they want to post a good or a bad review. All right. So number fourth, guys, is to actually have more positive reviews, and more positive reviews really overshadowing the negative review. Your job is done, but your job is done only when it comes down to TripAdvisor, guys. All the prospective customers who land onto TripAdvisor listing of that hotel will get to see 50 positive reviews and one negative review, so it will hardly make any impact. But let's say the situation now differs, guys. only one negative review was there, and just because of that one negative review, guys, nothing in terms of brand, nothing in terms of business loss was happening for from the point of view somebody going onto the TripAdvisor listing. But let's say somebody, the prospective customers were typing in keywords like reviews of hotels in Kochi. Now, Kochi was a place where I was residing, right, and where the hotel was. Let's say a new customer types in a similar kind of a keyword just to, get to know which hotels are good and which hotels to book across. So after typing in this keyword, reviews of hotels in Kochi, unfortunately, guys, that one negative review which was being overshadowed by 50 positive review, that starts ranking across onto the top. Now I've already spoken about this. What do you guys remember and recall, which I spoke about like 15 minutes back, that one negative review was there, and one negative review was not giving a lot of damage to the business when it comes down to seeing it on TripAdvisor, because on TripAdvisor we had already got 50 plus positive reviews and one negative, but that's one negative review unfortunately is ranking onto the top, guys, for this particular keyword. What do we really need to do in this case? I've spoken about it. Do let me know in the chat window. Shipra says, what if a customer had negative reviews but didn't post it? Then, but after seeing your comments or uh, seeing your comments, I or many decide to post my honest review, and that too negative, then our strategy fails. Absolutely. If the negative reviews is there, then definitely your strategy fails, and then you have to go ahead and take a different direction in that. So I mean, you cannot really force them. If maybe you were trying to collect a lot of positive reviews, Shilpa, but unfortunately, the positive, instead of getting positive reviews, the negative reviews comes across, and then you follow the similar strategy. Then you follow the similar strategy, which I'm asking you right now, which is the fifth solution, guys. So the fifth solution, which I'm asking you, let's say the one of the keywords which is typed across by one of the prospective customers, right? The prospective customer types in a specific keyword that the negative review, whether it's one or whether it's more which got collected while running that campaign, the negative review starts ranking onto the top in the search results now, not in the TripAdvisor listing, but in the search results that negative review comes. What would you guys do in this case? And this has been actually spoken about me just a while back, that how do you get that, how do you handle this situation. One of the negative review is actually onto the top, and Lavina says remove review from SEO keyword campaign. All right, well, you were not actually optimizing your website for that keyword. So let's say you were not running any SEO campaign for that keyword, but for that keyword which is probably typed across by your end potential audience, that is leading into that negative review coming onto the top. Well, I did speak about this, guys. You cannot remove that search result of TripAdvisor. You can just manipulate the search results by making that search negative review rank from the first position on the first page to the third or the fourth. You can just shift that part. Hope you remember that. And the way you shift that is by creating several new smaller websites, guys, and by creating a lot of blogs. You go ahead and create blogs and smaller websites and then get them optimized for this same keyword, right? For this same keyword for which the negative reviews are coming onto the top, you go ahead and create several new websites and blogs and create content for those new websites and blogs, get them optimized, do on page and off page for that website, and get these new websites achieve higher positions, whether it's the first page or the second page. The first position, the second position, all of those should be achieved by the new websites and blogs, and that generally happens. The negative reviews in that case fall to the second, what do you say, page or the third page or the fourth page. Hope it makes sense, guys. What did I really meant by saying all this? Getting across getting across the negative review, change its ranking from the topmost position on the first page and making it changed to get it get it moved from the first page to the second or to the third. All right, so Arvind got that, Siali got that. I hope everybody has got that. Let me know. All right, so Aarti says yes. All right, so okay, thanks Lavina, thanks Aarti, thanks Shilpa. I'm assuming everybody has got that. Now, once you actually create these websites, guys, you would be using the same tactics. These, let's say these are 30 new websites. Now, this is pretty much a laborious job. You cannot really ignore that part, guys. Uh, it does involve a lot of hard work in terms of creating new websites and blogs and then getting them optimized for that keyword for which the negative review is coming onto the top, right? So once you create these websites, get the on page and off page done for that. It is a longer process. Then you make the new properties, new smaller websites come onto the first page and uh, negative review, moving from the first page to the second or to the from the second to the third, right? So that's the major solution, guys, and that's where your on-page optimization and off-page optimization skill sets are getting used, right? The new websites which you have created, the new blog posts which you have created, if you implement your on-page optimization and your off-page optimization strategies with the new websites and blogs, definitely the rankings will improve. And absolutely, it is a very time-consuming process, but there is no other great way to actually do that, Sally. Right, so this is all the solutions, guys, and there, this is where the content is needed, right? The content is getting needed across in all these steps, right? So, other thing which I wanted to talk about. All right, so I'm just gonna open and check what I'm, if in case I am missing onto something. All right, so yes, I was telling you about the kind of domains which one should book for certain kind of for these smaller websites and smaller blogs, guys, which I'm talking about, the kind of domains which one should book across should be related to complaints and reviews. So let's say in my case, domains should be booked beforehand when a particular business is being built across, guys. So domains like review of hotels in Kochi. Let's say this is one of those. All right, so okay, so or maybe Kochi hotel reviews.com, or maybe Kochi hotel complaints.com. So these are some of the renowned keywords, guys, where people actually go ahead and type across in order to get to know which brand is good, doing well, good, and which brand is not. So these domains, guys, should be actually taken into consideration and should be bought well in advance, even if you're not facing any online reputation management issue with your particular business. Still, you should actually have these in place so that whenever there is a situation like this, you shouldn't be really waiting for getting a very particular domain. And also, older the domain, better it is, guys, right? So older the domain, better it is. So always buy these kind of domains way too early. All right, so voice gone, okay.
Muted.
Right,
Unmuted.
okay. I hope everybody can hear my voice now. All right. So some issue with the GoToMeeting guys, which always happen. All right. So, hmm, where were we? All right. So we were. I was talking about the. This is the one. I was talking about having wait in advance certain domains, guys. Uh, Probably let's say your particular business is not facing any issue at this given point of time with regards to negative comments. So it doesn't mean that you should not do anything way in advance for certain situation which might arise, which may or may not arise, right? What if this kind of a situation, negative review situation arise? For that, you should always keep yourself intact. I mean, keep certain weapons with you, and these weapons are the domain name, guys. If you can buy in certain domains related to your industry with the words complaints and reviews at the end of certain keywords. So let's say things like investment complaints, investment reviews, .co.uk, or whatever part of globe you are from, or maybe the .com one. So you can go ahead and buy in such domains, keep them handy with you. Maybe you can create a one page website on all of these domains and then let it be there. The moment you have a situation where negative reviews are there, you can straight away go ahead and create more pages onto these domains and get them live. The major benefit of doing it this way is just because uh, you first of all you would be able to find out uh, great possible keywords, right, way in advance. Till the time maybe at a later stage they might not be available, they might have got booked. So that is one, is the availability of the domain. It might be easy for you to actually buy in the domains today, but not in future whenever the situation will occur. And number two, older the domain, guys, better it is, right? So for optimizing your new websites at a later stage, if you have booked their domain way in advance, then definitely you will have some advantage. And definitely in terms of TLDs, you can use different TLDs. But let's say if you are an Indian based organization, right, and you're very much here in India itself, but your website, the new website URL which you are actually booking across is .co.uk, that won't really make a lot of sense. I mean, generic ones, depending upon what is your target market, right? So probably you can use, let's say it's India, it's you can use .in, .co.in, .com, works for all of that, all the parts of the world. So you can use different TLDs, but have to be very specific to what you are offering. That's right, Siddhesh. Right, so that's with the last part, guys, with respect to what you should be doing in terms of the tactics. And moving further, so you can actually be part of several other websites also, like Rip-Off Report is very popular in North American region, where people actually go ahead and you know have what do you say, consumer complaints being there. So if you have consumer complaints on all these forums, you just need to go ahead and make your presence over there and then reply in. That's it. Also, we have spoken about flooding in reviews with positive mentions. So that was one of the solution, guys. All right. So ORM is not magic, guys. It is SEO. So you need to build reputable, relevant, valuable, and authority building content, guys. All right. So the content needs to be good. So we have an assignment, guys. You have to research for at least three brands that are facing reputation issues online, guys. So if you want to check only specifically, uh, just a sec, guys. Okay, so if you guys you just want to check specifically for Indian brands, guys, then you can check on mouthshut.com, right? Or in case you want to do it for several other places, then you can use maybe Ripoff Reports was one of them, and there are several others. Ripoff Report is very much a North American one. I mean, you can check for various review sites, and you can find out certain brands, three brands, guys, where this issue is there, right? There are negative reviews. And once you look into the search engine results for that particular brand, you can come up with your suggestions on how they can go ahead and get those removed across. All right, so how can you get that removed? So absolutely, absolutely, all telecom companies have that. That's right. So that's with this. And again, I'm not going to ask you these questions. Pretty easy stuff. The last one, guys, which we would be covering now, is Google algorithms, guys. Now, when we say Google algorithms, what do we really mean by that? Algorithms and Google updates. What do we really mean by the word algorithms, guys? So that's the last topic for the entire search engine optimization course, guys. So Komal says we mean by algorithms we mean logic. Absolutely, absolutely right. Anyone else? So we have Arti, Ankita, Arvind, we have Bhupender, Lavina, Komal, Sayali, Shilpa, Siddesh, Smita, Swati, and all right. So the way Google works, says Siddesh. All right. It's a formula. Absolutely. So algorithms, guys, if I remember when I was in during my school years, when I was in school, I mean, we were being taught these are certain algorithms, and algorithms are nothing but these are formulas, these are equations, these are certain set pattern, a step-by-step approach to actually take care of a particular problem, right? A steps or pattern, a flow chart. Absolutely, all of you have got that right. It's a formula, it's an equation, it's a flow chart, it's a step, it's a pattern which is used in order to, or even it's a logic which is used in order to resolve uh, or maybe give a solution to a certain problem, right? Over here, when we are talking about Google algorithm updates, guys, or Google algorithm to begin with, Google has its own algorithm, guys. When I say Google has its own algorithm, Google has its own formula, has its own certain predefined way or the way it actually does calculation. And this predefined formula or algorithm of Google judges, does a calculation and then judges which web page will rank on the position 1, which web page will rank on the search result position 2 and 3 and so forth and so on for a specific keyword. All right, so that's what algorithms are, Google algorithms are actually all about. Now, when Google has its own algorithm which decides on that, Google comes up with certain changes in its algorithm, guys. You cannot say the algorithm, the formula which is getting used by Google today, for another year or so, it's going to be same. There are certain algorithm updates, guys, which Google comes up with. Okay, and these algorithm updates are uh, actually introduced by Google with one single objective of filtering out websites which are doing good work as compared to those websites which are doing only unethical practices of SEO. So the websites which are doing unethical practices while performing search engine optimization, uh, they would get penalized in that case whenever there is a Google algorithm update, guys. And trust me, whatever you have learned so far, they all have been great tactics. You can never really get some sort of hurt in your website ranking whenever there is an algorithm update. All right, so algorithm updates usually tends to have positive and negative impact, guys, in the search engine ranking, depending upon the kind of search engine depending on the search engine activities, guys, which you have performed. The all the activities which we have learned so far in our entire SEO course, guys, they will never lead to negative impact in your rankings, no matter whatever Google algorithm updates come across, because we try to teach only white hat SEO techniques, and white hat are the prescribed ones. Which are liked by Google, and the black hat ones are the unethical practices, which are many people try to act smart and then they apply in black hat SEO techniques. But black hat SEO techniques are, trust me, they really ban your website. They make your website go from the topmost position to the lower positions. All right, so let's talk further more about algorithms and updates, guys. I've given you quite a lot of brief about what algorithms are, what Google algorithms are, how things really change when it comes down to Google algorithms. So, what is an algorithm? We have spoken about that. Now, the changes in these algorithm, guys, which I've told you, which comes across with the objective of rewarding the people who are doing SEO in a great way and punishing those websites which were trying to manipulate, which were trying to act smart. Now, these algorithm updates, guys, which have come across, they are what do you say, named after certain animals or birds. All right. So number one being panda, the number two being penguin, and then we have number three being hummingbird, which is the third most renowned Google update, guys. Google algorithm update. And the last thing is to actually would be we would be talking about what these algorithm updates are and how do we go ahead and get to know whether there's an algorithm update for sure, and how do we get that fix it up if there is effect in your rankings just because of the algorithm updates. All right, so these are the basics, guys. Search engine always value relevancy, right? Even the end customer wants relevancy to be delivered across, right? And that's the reason why the algorithm updates are being actually launched across. So for algorithm updates changes, uh, Google is actually trying to make relevant stuff available across to the search engine user, right? So the search engine users, if they will be getting relevant results, guys, then only they would be coming back to Google search engine, and the subscriber base and the retention rate and the loyalty rate will keep going up. If that will happen, then only all the parties, all the players in this overall situation, guys, will benefit out of it. So what will happen? The Google search engine will be happy that they are able to make more money because of the advertisers coming across, and advertisers come to know about the search engine, and uh, just because of lot many people using that specific search engine, right? So the search engine user, and also the what do you say, the websites which comes across, the websites which comes into the search results, and also Google, the third party, all three of them become in a win-win situation when there are relevant results, guys, which are being uh, given across to the search engine user. All right, so the example over here previously was somebody who typed in Sachin Tendulkar or Tendulkar. Were they actually able to get more information about him, or did they get something else? All right, so as you can see, algorithm, guys, again, we have spoken about that. It's a formula, it's an equation, it's a step pattern, it's a flow chart, right? And that's what the flow chart is actually shown across over here, right? So that's with Google algorithms. So search engines update their algorithm luckily. Now, search engines, guys, uses various programs and formulas to deliver best results. You would be knowing that. And they do update their algorithm also to make the results much more relevant. And these updates are only what we're going to be checking across. There are several updates which Google uh, comes up with, and because of which the overall frequency, the overall changes in the search engine rankings are there, and they are majorly there for those websites which act smart, right? And they try to do black hat SEO activities. So, what are search engine algorithms? Again, we have spoken about that. A set of mathematical rules which determine the ranking of search results returned within their search queries, guys, right? So, once you actually do a specific keyword term, you enter it across in the search engine result, the overall search queries which are being returned across, if they are on the same lines, then definitely it makes a lot of sense. And right, so that's what algorithms is, guys. Now I have an important question, guys, to ask for. So if you guys can actually see my screen, I do ask my other students also. We have panda, we have penguin, and we have hummingbird, guys. Out of all these three, which one is the most cutest of all? All right, so let me see who all answers that. So panda, penguin, and hummingbird. So I've got one vote for panda, another one for panda, then I have one for penguin, hummingbird. penguin, panda. All right. So great stuff, guys. So panda leads the chart. So let's get started with Google Panda Update, guys, by understanding what Google Panda Update is. So Google Panda Update, guys, came first in the year 2011. All right. So it was February 2011 when Google Panda Update came in. And the idea behind getting this Panda Update, guys, was by Google. So the overall reason of getting Google Panda Update by Google was that Google wanted to streamline, filter out, and penalize those websites which had low quality content, guys. Now low quality content is one thing, guys, which Google Panda Update was really looking into. Any idea, guys, what do we really mean by low quality content? So so Google Panda Update was penalizing those websites which had low quality content. And what is the definition of low quality content? How do we check the okay, and that's what I'm going to talk about in an as a second question. So the idea behind getting Google Panda Update, guys, was to actually check and reward those people who had better quality content, and also to punish those people who had low quality content. Alright, so Urban says low quality content is spam traffic. Aarti says no information insightful or just a keyword stuff. Absolutely, Aarti, that's a good one. Siali says copied content. Absolutely right. So, guys, by low quality content, we mean any content uh, which is taken across. Uh, just a sec. So, any content, guys, which is not meaningful, which does not have any what do you say? Any value being any value and insights being given across, that is something which is not at all a good thing. So and Google Panda Update, guys, goes ahead and penalizes such certain websites, and when it penalizes those websites start getting much lower ranking just because of that. Also, the low quality content has various examples, various uh, through various ways you guys have defined that. Content which is copied, content which is not informational, content which is not insightful, content which is copied across. And absolutely right. So in case there are certain websites who have copied content, who have got low quality content, or who have got duplicate content, their websites get penalized in that case. The very first update, guys, came in the year Feb 2011, and number of updates so far up till March 2011 have been almost close to 2930, right? So Siddesh says searching results show something and landing page show something. Okay, so when you say LP as in you mean a landing page, right? So searching results show something. What is exactly that? So what have you been searching on Google? So what is it? Which I'm just trying to understand. So searching results shows something and landing page shows something. Okay, which landing page are you talking about? So mismatch in keyword and landing page content. Or okay, you're trying to say low quality content. You're giving it a definition of low quality content. All right, absolutely, definitely. So search results show something and landing page shows something. So it's a mismatch of keywords. That's right. And Aarti, thanks for helping me out. Mismatch in keyword and landing page content. So these all situation, guys. Uh, Google Panda update actually goes ahead and hits the website, and once it hits the website by after it has looked that it's the same thing which is it's a low quality content. It is either being copied from somewhere, or either it's a copied content, or it doesn't have great value being shared across, or there are more reasons to why uh, Google would penalize websites with low quality content. So that's what I can really recall of. So somebody, all right, so absolutely, even yeah, the third part which I was talking about was also not using images, guys, which are low quality images. So restrict yourself from not just content, guys, which is from somewhere else, but also it is about the images which you are using across. The images which you use across on your website, that they should not be hazy, they should be actually properly visible and not should not be pixelated. So Google is coming up with an update with regards to that also. Let's see by when. And the overall idea of getting these Google Penguin, sorry, Panda update, guys, was to actually bring down those websites which were using all black hat SEO techniques, right, for manipulating the search engine rankings. So the black hat people or the illegal people actually start promoting websites uh, in a wrong technique, and they do achieve better rankings, but only for a certain period of time till the time a new update doesn't come across. Whenever a new update is there, then definitely uh, the ranking goes further down for the targeted keywords. So whenever there is a target Google Panda update, guys, the targeted keywords for targeted keywords, whatever ranking was being achieved, that goes further down. All right. So number of it goes further down or further up, both depending upon the kind of strategy you have used. So if you have used great strategy, guys, then definitely Google Panda update will not harm you, but rather it will help you to grow up. And All right, so number of updates, guys, so far has been 2930 updates, these Google Panda updates, right? One of the ways through which you get to know whether there was a Panda update, guys, is by keeping a look. Whatever update comes across, if you are running your SEO campaign, if you're running an SEO campaign, guys, and one fine day you actually check onto the ranking of your website for certain keywords, let's say for 10 keywords, okay? On one fine day you check the ranking of 10 keywords, and then after probably 4 or 5 days you go ahead and check again the keyword ranking, and you see that there is a drastic change in the rankings for the keywords the day which you had seen earlier and the day which you are seeing it today. Maybe the reason could be that there was a ranking update, right, which was either a Google Penguin or a Panda. So we'll talk about Penguin in a while. The Panda update might have caused the ranking to be slipped across to several positions. All right. And So Google Panda. So okay, I have a question. Is the Panda for general use? So when you say for general use, what exactly you mean by that? If you can really let me know. So for your entire website content, you should always have your website search, your website content to be very much in line to what you're offering. Also, it should be insightful, and it should not have duplicate content and all that. Right, so is the Panda for general use? Okay, I couldn't get your question. You can probably let me know. So once you get to see that the search engine ranking on one fine day has really decreased quite a lot, it means that there could have been a Google algorithm update. You can go ahead and look into certain websites, guys, like searchenginewatch.com. These websites have got great piece of information whether at what time such and such update came across. So searchenginewatch.com, searchenginejournal.com. These are some of the websites, guys, which does feature the news about all these related news about which all websites have hidden more stuff and which all websites have not been able to. Right, so once you see that there is a drastic change in the overall search engine ranking, guys, you go ahead and confirm that by going into these websites which I've told you, search engine watch and search engine general, and if you see that it has been depicted that there was a new algorithm update, then probably you'll get a confirmation. Then definitely Google Penguin update has really resulted into uh, the overall changes in the ranking, guys. So this has been the thing, guys, with respect to Google Panda update. And now let's say if your website has been hit across by Google Panda update, guys. You know the overall symptoms. The symptoms were that you get to see the changes in the ranking has happened, and also uh, you get to see in these website search engine, watch and search engine in general, you get the confirmation that definitely there was a Google Panda update or a Penguin update. So if there was a Panda update, your website has got hurt, the ranking of your website has really fallen down, then in that case, the kind of efforts which you have to really put in is to first of all go to this tool called copyscape.com and then find out which all pages doesn't have uh, which all pages in your website has got the similar content. So copyscape.com does give you information about the content present on your website is being copied across by someone else. You can simply go ahead and use that uh, use this tool called Copyscape and get to know about that. Once you get to know which all pages on your website has got copied content, guys, you can go ahead and rectify that. So let's say there are 15 pages on your website, guys. Out of 15 pages, only 5 pages have got duplicate content. All right, so 5 pages have duplicate content, and the rest of the other 10 pages are doing well. All right, so 5 pages which have duplicate, they should be identified by copyscape, and after identifying, one should go ahead and get them get the new content up uh, new content up for all those 5 pages. But while doing this process, while getting new content across for those 5 pages, new content, new fresh unique content replacing the low quality content, while doing this, before the moment you get to know these are the 5 pages, you go ahead and disallow those 5 pages, guys. Disallow those 5 pages with the help of robots.txt. When you have disallowed those 5 pages, at least it's not going to have any viral impact on your remaining 10 pages, and your remaining 10 pages ranking will remain intact. So you first of all identify which all pages has the duplicate content or low quality content. Once you get to know that, then you go ahead and simply get those removed, right? So you get those removed by also doing a disallow those 5 pages with the help of robots.txt. That is very much essential, right? So does it make sense, guys? Let me know whether everybody is clear onto the Google Panda update so that I can go on to Google Penguin, right? So I did tell you having low quality images also is something which is not recommended, right? And also putting in a lot of keywords, bad quality content is also called over optimization, which is a lot of keyword being embedded. I've already shown you. So over optimization is not recommended. How to handle, I've already spoken about that. So once you have done that, sure, do go ahead and ask a question. And I hope everybody is uh, able to comprehend what I have spoken about Google Panda. So is the Google Panda a tool for a general use? This is not a tool. This is actually something which happens at the back end, and you don't get to know about it. You get to know about it only through these websites like Search Engine Journal or Search Engine Watch, and also you get to know about the Google Panda update whenever there is a drastic change in the ranking of your website. A small little fluctuations like one two pages up and one two pages down is something which is okay, which is uh, acceptable. But something, if there is a huge drastic, if there's a drastic what do you say change in the ranking, guys, then in that case it means there is a update, there's a uh, panda or a penguin update. All right, so I hope everybody has got that, and let me know anybody who has a question, please. I can take it further. So Sayali says, is there any specific period when these updates come from Google app? Very great question. So Sayali, Google is very tricky on that, and Google is not at all vocal about which particular month they're going to come up with a penguin update, or which particular month or a date they're going to come up with a particular penguin or a panda update. So the answer is no specific period. Google doesn't really go ahead and give you that. All right. So the second most renowned Google algorithm update, guys, is Google Penguin. Now, various things in terms of Google Penguin update, guys, are similar to what we have covered in Panda. What are these similar things I'm just going to talk about? So the very first Penguin update, guys, got launched in the year April 2012, and it has been almost like nine Penguin updates. Nine updates. Now these updates, if we talk about, these are very much like the way we have updates for our operating system. Like we have maybe Windows 8, 8.1, then we have Windows 10, or maybe we have iOS 8, we have iOS 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, 9.9, 9.1, 1.1. Similarly, we have all the various versions, and the total versions of Penguin so far it has been almost close to nine, and with Panda it has been somewhere close to 29, 30. Right. So the idea of Google Penguin update, guys, uh, is bit different to what we have with Google Panda. Panda was all about content, and Penguin is all about content, about links, guys. The backlinks which gets generated. There are several people who create backlink, guys, again in the wrong way, and that is something which is not acceptable by Google at all. All right. So Google goes ahead and looks into the backend to the backlinks, guys, of your website, and then sees which all websites are giving you a backlink. If there are stupid websites, guys, when I say stupid websites, many people actually create backlinks from porn websites and from gambling websites. They feel that if they'll do it, maybe their website can actually rank pretty sooner. Their website might rank pretty sooner, but only for probably for a 15 or 20 days, and after that, the overall ranking will go further down. So, so they says using comment section in blogs. So, oh yeah, absolutely, using comments in the blog. That's right, Sadesh, you got that. So that was also one of the no techniques, a simple no when it comes down to creating a backlinks. So creating backlinks in the blog post section is also not advisable, right? Because it leads to spam. It leads to spam. So websites which had high priority, guys, links, guys, which were given much more importance, and those with having paid links, there would be several people, guys, who do sell across paid links. They might approach you and sell you backlinks, let's say for $5 or $4 and all that. Never create those backlink, guys. Right? Those are automated backlinks, and only the manual backlinks which we have understood in our off-page optimization are really advisable across, right? So that's with the backlink, guys, and the overall objective was to bring down the Penguin update, guys. The objective of Penguin update was to actually bring down those websites that violates the use Google guidelines, Google Webmaster Guidelines, and they do use uh, what do you say? They do use backlinks from various other places, which is not recommended. So once you get to know, let's say that your ranking, so let's talk about symptoms, guys. How do you get to know whether there is a new algorithm update? So now the symptoms are pretty much same, whether it's with Panda or a Penguin, guys. With Panda update, it was more about uh, content, and Penguin is more about backlinks. But whether you get to know, how would you get to know whether Google Panda update was there or a Penguin update is there? The symptoms are pretty much same. So let's say if one fine day your ranking of your website gets depleted so much that it was on the for various keywords, it was on the fifth page, and now they are actually not over there. So just a sec. All right. So yeah, absolutely. So on one fine day, the ranking for some of the keywords, let's say on the fifth page, on the fourth page, on the third page, and on next day, the ranking moves from fifth page and fourth page to the 50th page to the 100 page. What exactly is this? The overall drastic change in the ranking, guys, does depict that there would be some sort of a Google, update, guys, and this Google update could either be a Penguin update or a Panda update. If you run Copyscape and you find that there was a copied content, you should go ahead and fix that up, right? Also, you can check on these websites like Search Engine Watch and Search Engine General, which will tell you that there was recently an update, and that update by Google was a Penguin or a Panda, right? So if it was a Penguin update, guys, then it has got to do with the backlinks. So symptoms are same, which is the change in the ranking, and also the, what do you say, these websites giving you a confirmation, search engine general and search engine watch. Once you get to know that the penguin update was there this time, then you go ahead and take a medication, right? Which is to actually go ahead and get that resolved. In Google Panda, I told you that it is about identifying those pages which have copied content and going ahead and disallowing them from robots.txt till the time you go get the new content up. The moment you get new content up for those same pages, you allow back those web pages using robots.txt again, and then you do on page and off page for those web for those pages, right, where the new content has come across. But over here, the medication in the Panda was that the medication, when your website has got hurt by Penguin update, guys, the medication is to go ahead and first of all do a backlink extraction. So backlink extraction of your website can be done from the Google Webmaster, guys. So you go into uh, Google Webmaster, extract the backlinks, and after you extract the backlinks, guys, you go ahead and dissect and categorize, right? So you sort of go ahead and categorize all the backlinks. Now, a human intervention is needed in this case, where someone has to step in and categorize the backlinks into goods and the bads. So let's say you go ahead and do the goods and the bads categorization. Once you get to know that there were hardly any bad things, then it's okay. But if there are, then there are backlinks from certain websites which are not relevant websites. Let's say, I mean, stupid websites are giving you backlink. In that case, you should filter out the bads and the good backlinks, and you should go ahead and start running another process of removal of bad backlinks, guys. Now, removal of these bad backlinks, guys, uh, get started across by contacting those websites which are giving you this bad backlink. You go ahead and approach those websites, guys, by going into their contact us page. You call them, email them, and contact them in their form, saying that they are giving you a backlink, and you want to actually get that removed, since it's hurting your website. If they do it, pretty good. Otherwise, you can simply go ahead and follow a procedure, guys, which Google says that's called link disavow. Google says if you are able to remove a backlink, that's pretty fine. Otherwise, you can go ahead and use a particular tool called link disavow tool, guys. I'm going to just show you. Now, link disavow, guys. All right, so link disavow is the one. So link disavow tool, guys, is connected with your webmaster. You take a list of all the web pages which are giving you bad backlinks, guys. All right, and you place them in a notepad file. You save that notepad file, and once you come into this Google disavow tools, guys, you would select the website for which you want to go ahead and disavow the links. Link disavow tool. Once you disavow certain links, guys, it communicates to the website, it communicates to the Google, actually, saying that uh, Mr. Google, please don't take into consideration some of the backlinks while deciding on, or while giving what do you say, link this also, while judging which particular web page will rank onto the top and which web page will rank onto the bottom. So that's what disavow links actually is all about. So if you can read it over here, it says if you believe your site's ranking is being harmed or hurt by low quality links where you don't have any control on, right? So you don't have control on the backlinks. So you can ask Google not to take certain of those uh, backlinks into consideration. So you can ask Google not to take them into consideration or into account when assessing or when judging your website also, right? So you should still make every effort in terms of contacting these people who are giving you unnatural links. Uh, like I said, I mean, well, probably you can call them and or contact them over the phone and all that stuff. So that's with panda and penguin, guys. Okay, I think I have missed on some of the questions. I'm just going to read that. So Sudesh says, why would someone give backlinks until and unless we ask for it and we post an article? Who will give backlinks? Come, your competitors. So what happens, Sudesh? Let's say Pepsi and Coke are competitors. These people would do good parts, the good things and the bad things also. So let's say Pepsi doesn't want Coca-Cola's website to rank higher. Pepsi might hire a different team. Yeah, I'm just giving an example. So Pepsi might hire a team of spammers, and the spammers' role is to actually sit across somewhere in a very remote location and then start creating bad backlink for the competition, right? So for let's say for Coca-Cola. So that generally does happen, but not most of the time, Sudesh. Not most of the times, but it does happen. All right. So any other questions, guys? Do I think I missed on one of the question, and that was if you have stupid links to your website, dover.txt, can you remove them? Well, when you say if you're stupid, links to your website. Okay, I've given you that. I've already done that. Yeah, right. Okay, guys, so it's 1:20, and the last topic which is left is hummingbird. Before I go ahead and talk about that, I have a request for the feedback. So, since this is the last session, guys, of search engine optimization course, you might have to go ahead and log into your LMS, guys, using your username and password, which you will already have, and then given your feedback. So I'm sharing the feedback link, guys, with each one of you. It's a request to each one of you to please use my name as a keyword. So you can consider my name as a keyword in the text which you will post across in the feedback, guys. Right? So that'll be an great help from each one of you. I'm just sharing the feedback link, guys. All right, so my name is Nick Batla. I've written that down in the chat window. It's a request to each one of you to please put in my name, I mean, within the comment. Absolutely, make it a focus keyword in the content which you're going to write. So that the comment, the content which you will write, make this as a focus keyword. So it's an activity. It's one of where I'm going to judge across, right? Good, guys. Okay. So here you go with the with the feedback URL, guys. So once you're done, you can do let me know in the chat window and then we'll take further from there. Thank you so much, Ankita. Really appreciate that. It's a request to each one of you, but please fill in the feedback. I've shared the feedback URL again in the chat window, and if you can if you can mention my name in the feedback comment, it would be a great help, guys. Thank you so much, Yari. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Sidesh. Highly appreciate it. Thank you so much, Arvind. Highly appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Bhupinder. Thank you. Highly appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Aarti. Really appreciate it. Just waiting for others also to get it done. So, all right. So, Aarti is asking how much time is needed to see the results. It totally depends, Aarti, on the kind of keywords. If the keywords are pretty much competitive, then it might take 6 to 8 months. And if the keywords are not those competitive, maybe in 3 4 months you can get that done. You can actually see the results pretty sooner if the keywords are not that competitive. So it's very much on the basis of the keyword competition. So I always recommend you to start with low competitive keywords, and you can start seeing results in 2 to 3 months time. Great, thank you so much for your feedbacks, guys. All right, so Swati, Lavina, Shilpa, uh, I guess I'm yet to receive feedbacks from you guys. Do let me know in case you're typing that across. My pleasure, Ankita. See you. So we're just going to take another 5 more minutes and then we're going to be done with our session today. So just waiting for 2 3 more people to actually get the feedback done. All right. So all those who are still working on the feedback, guys, I would really encourage you to actually go ahead and do that. It would be a great help for me. So I'm moving ahead, guys, with the last update, which is Google Hummingbird update, guys, which is the most easiest to understand. Now, Google Hummingbird update, guys, had nothing what we have seen with respect to Google Panda and Google Penguin. So Panda and Penguin, they both were related to checking across the content quality and the backlink quality, where for the search engine optimizers, so that your website actually doesn't get any harm. Now, when it comes down to Hummingbird update, guys, this is just one piece of information which the search engine optimizer just need to accept it. When I say accept it, in the sense, when this update, Google Hummingbird update, was being actually bought upon, guys, there was something which was added on to the functionality of Google search engine result page. So let's say if I type in a search query, and this is the search engine result page, guys, right? This is the search engine result page. When Google Hummingbird update, guys, got introduced, this letter S was being added across that. So the entire Hummingbird update, guys, rotated across this addition of letter S. The letter S got added on to the entire URL, and this letter S means that a secured layer was being added on to the entire Google database and entire Google mechanism, guys. So this is called SSL. Okay, I'm not going to get into the depth of the technical aspect. So this S part, this S letter really made things safe and secure. The server of Google got way much safe and secure because of Hummingbird update. Earlier, it was not that safe and secure. And when we say safe and secure from things like malware, viruses, and from hackers. Now, just because of the addition of this security feature, guys, uh, the overall players, three players, as in one is the search engine, which is Google. The second player is the person who's typing in the keyword of the search query, right? So the person who's typing in the search query is also feeling safe and secure, is feeling good about this addition of the letter S. So people who are doing searches on Google, they felt safe and secure, and the people who were actually also doing whose website were listed over here, whether it's Snapdeal, Apple, Amazon, Flipkart, they also felt safe and secured, guys, that their website is ranking across and getting shown across on a search engine which is safe and secure. As a search engine optimization expert or an SEO professional, you don't have to do anything with respect to this Google Hummingbird update, guys. Like the way we did for Panda and Penguin, where we get to know if our website gets hurt, then what do we really need to do? Do we need to check for the duplicate content, or do we need to check for the backlinks, whether the good ones and the bad ones needs to be identified and the bad ones needs to be removed or disavowed? Over here, nothing of that sort. This was the only thing, guys, which got really introduced with the Hummingbird update. Now, what Hummingbird update, guys, they had a disadvantage. Had a disadvantage. The advantages were there, which was the safety and security for all the three players. The three players were Google, the search engine user, all right, and also the websites which were ranking. All three were really in advantage situation because they were getting much more safety and security. Uh, Now, Google was happy because they were able to serve that safety feature. Now, the what do you say, disadvantage which came because of this particular Hummingbird update, guys, was actually for the SEO professionals. Why was that? Just because of Hummingbird update, guys, uh, just because of the Hummingbird update, guys, there was something which happened in Google Analytics which really made search engine optimizer a sort of an handicapped person. When I say handicapped person, in the sense, I'm just opening up Google Analytics. Within Google Analytics, guys, there was few data which was not getting tracked because of this addition of the safety feature. All right, some of the keywords are not shown. Absolutely right, you got that. So when we go into the traffic, guys, and then in the analytics, when we check how much traffic our website is getting from SEO, let's say, 52% of the traffic my website is getting, and I want to get into the details of this. I want to get to know which all keywords have really bought me traffic. I won't get names, I won't get the overall details of all the keywords. You can see 95% of the keywords which are getting me traffic through organic space, they're not getting listed, they are getting listed under as a not provided. and this was an after effect of Hummingbird update, guys. The Hummingbird update brought in some good parts, which was a safety feature was being added on, and three people were happy about it. Google was happy, the search engine user was happy, and also the websites which were coming over here. But the search engine optimizers of these websites were not happy. The SEO professionals of these websites, Flipkart, Infibeam, Amazon, they won't be really happy because they get to see what they didn't really get because of this update was the list of all those keywords which were really getting in traffic. So Sudesh says we'll come to know through Webmaster. Well, absolutely through Webmaster you get to know the keywords, but one disadvantage of Webmaster is that Webmaster gives you only the past 90 days data. Otherwise, the entire, data prior to 90 days, that all gets vanished across. So you might have to pull out reports on frequently basis, maybe on every month basis you might have to pull out. Whereas with analytics, uh, you can check for data for the past 3 years and 4 years also. But the so similar web is a bit different tool, but there are different tools which does come and solve this problem. And some of the other what do you say tools are like Kiss Matrix by Crazy Egg. So okay, I'm just going to write that down. So similar web is a different tool altogether, Siddesh. That is for actually checking about competition. So Kiss Matrix is one of the great what do you say web analytics tool. Then IBM has its own web analytics tool. Then you have Adobe's web analytics tool called Site Catalyst, but that's a pretty expensive one. All right, people do use that Site Catalyst. All right, so these are some of the web analytics tool which can be used across by organizations to come up with these, uh, you know, terminologies. Otherwise, there was someone who was telling me there's some more ways. Uh, I couldn't really recall. I'll just check what exactly is this. So there's this new tool which has come across which gives you that information, which is not which is like not provided. You know, data. Uh, all right, so I'll definitely check for that and then I'm gonna work on that. So I am all right. So Kiss Matrix is one of them, absolutely, which I was telling you. All right, so just opening up, I'm just gonna share with you this URL. So alternatives to okay, these are certain settings but in within the web analytics only. All right, so SEM Rush is one of those, right? Another tool. You can use SEM Rush also. Absolutely. Right, guys. Hope it makes sense. Any further queries, any further doubts, guys, you can definitely approach me. I'm just gonna share with you my credentials. Just give me a moment. All right. So these are my credentials. I'm somehow, if I'm not available on all of these, my preferred mode is through WhatsApp, guys, and otherwise you can also connect to my Facebook page also. I keep sharing across various you know trainings which I keep doing with Google and all the other organizations. So you can be part of my Facebook page. I'm going to be active on that. Right. So I've shared my Facebook, my LinkedIn also as well. And whenever you get a chance, do like that page and do keep coming back in order to check several trainings. So you can see some of my trainings with Google I have got in place over here, right? So you can watch all of those and and just stay tuned for that, right? So thank you so much, guys, for being part of the search engine optimization course. And let me know if I can be of any help to you. You have my credentials. Stay in touch. And all right, so I'll wrap up the session now. Thank you so much, guys. I hope it was a valuable training for each one of you. It did help you. I would request each one of you to actually go ahead and practice that part. Arvind says great. Arvind says many thanks. My pleasure. Komal says great session. Thank you, Komal. Sudesh says, yes, it was. Arti says, thanks, Danik. All right. Guys, it was so nice of each one of you. Guys, I must say, you guys were really participative and interactive, and that makes the session really interesting. So, thanks, Arti. Thank you, Arvind. Thank you, Bhupender. Thanks a lot, everyone. Komal, Lavina, Sayali, Shilpa, Shipra, Sudesh, Swati. Absolutely great, guys. So, guys, all those who have not done the feedback, so probably Shilpa, Swati, if you can really help me with the feedback at a later stage. Shilpa, Shipra, Swati, I don't know. If in case you're facing some password issues, you can get that. So Komal, I think I've got the feedback. Yeah, I've got your feedback, right? So all those who have not been able to give the feedback now, maybe can do that later, please. That'll be a great help. Thank you. Take care. Bye now, and enjoy rest of your weekend. Take care. Bye bye.